here is Gannon screaming.
Yes.
And then the next thing she remembers, according to her quote, is Gannon was gone.
Yes.
Were you aware at that particular time where Gannon's, whether he was alive or dead, first of all,
At the particular time,
of this call?
he was deceased at that point.
But at that time, his body had not been recovered yet, correct? So when you say that he was deceased at the time, when we go back to that actual call, had his body been recovered yet?
No.
Okay. Was that part of the reason for doing these calls, was to gain evidence that would potentially lead to Gannon's location and discovery?
Yes.
You mentioned at the very beginning of your testimony yesterday, your experience, and you mentioned that you work with Fremont Correctional.
I work with the Bureau of Prisons, so it's the federal system.
I said it wrong. The Federal Bureau of Prisons. Do you have occasion to interact with people that are dealing with mental health issues?
Yes, there's some inmates that have mental health issues.
Have you had experience dealing with people that have severe mental health issues?
Yes.
What does that look like from your perspective?
It's different. They may not have logical reasons for what they do.
Did this particular defendant appear to have logical reasons for doing what she was doing during the pendency of this investigation?
Yes.
In your observations of her, did you ever hear her say anything about having severe mental health disorders?
No.
Diseases?
No.
Did she have consistent personality traits throughout the time that you were able to observe her?
Yes.
During your observation periods with her through these phone calls, you mentioned also going to South Carolina for her arrest. Did you have personal contact with her there?
No.
Okay. Did you see her though?
I did see her,
Okay.
yes.
Did you ever have occasion to hear her refer to herself by the name Taylor?
No.
Did you ever hear her refer to herself by the name Maria Sanchez?
No.
What about Jasmine?
No.
What about Harmony?
No.
Christina?
No.
Little Lucia?
No.
She ever talk with a Spanish accent?
No.
What was, based on the time that you were with, not necessarily with her, but able to observe her, what is your opinion as to her sanity?
An object, Foundation Medina.
Well, I'm not going to allow it from this witness unless you can lay more foundation that she has personal interaction with the defendant. My understanding is that most of it was observed through a phone call, and she's not had personal contact with the defendant.
Well, I think that would be the basis of it, Judge. She was present for every single one of these individual phone calls, which is, I think, 16 total phone calls, some over an hour long, and then also observing her in South Carolina.
I just don't think there's enough foundation laid for that. I'm not going to allow it from this witness.
Okay. All right.
Ask the other foundational questions, but I won't.
Well, I've already asked those. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Cook, cross-examination.
Just a few. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, sir.
Should I refer to you as special agent? Is that your
That,
working title?
yes, sir.
Okay. How long did you get to view Miss Stauch when you were in South Carolina, special agent?
With her, I wasn't personally interacting with her. I just saw her after the interview that Mr. Grusing had with her.
So just like walking down the hallway
Yes,
and
sir.
Just for a few minutes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were with Gannon's father in the room during these phone calls?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Allen had stated earlier you were sliding him notes back and forth about what to say.
Periodically, he did the majority of the phone calls and he would have the conversations with her. It's just periodically, if there was something we wanted to know, we would give him a note and ask him.
Did what you were looking for as far as answers go change from the first phone call you recorded to the last one as the investigation involved, I guess, so to speak?
Our point was to try to find what happened to Gannon and get the straight story from her because it did keep changing.
Okay. When did the warrant for the defendant's arrest go out?
I couldn't probably tell you the exact day as to when that happened.
How long after the warrant for the defendant's arrest went out was it before she was apprehended and actually taken into custody?
Probably within the week, if I would imagine. But that's just a guess. I really can't recall. We got the warrant and then a team of us had to travel to South Carolina to arrest her out there.
By plane or car?
We flew by plane.
If you had a defendant on all these phone calls by, I guess some of the phone calls we've heard were, I keep pointing there because that's, I'm used to looking at, but my speaker is, but if you had these phone calls from February 15th, 16th, 17th, mid-February 2020, you've got a defendant who's telling a lot of different stories, admitting that she knew there was Gannon's blood, admitting that something happened and Gannon was possibly dead. Why not make an arrest then, mid-February?
It's not really our decision. It would be the decision of the district attorney to determine when we have enough to get an arrest warrant.
Okay, so that was the call of the DA?
Mhm.
Okay. Just a second, Your Honor.
All right.
I don't have anything else. Thank you, Special.
Mr. Allen?
Do you remember if the arrest warrant was issued on February 28th, 2020 at 1:26 p.m.?
I don't remember the exact date, so I can't confirm that.
Okay. What day did you travel to South Carolina to effectuate that arrest?
Again, I'm sorry, I don't recall the exact date as to when we did.
Okay. Was it early March,
Yes,
which would be very close in time to February 28th if the arrest warrant was issued that date?
yes, sir, it would be.
Okay. We've already gone over this with another witness, but from your perspective, what do you have to have before you can determine that somebody's able to be arrested?
Well, we'd have to have probable cause that the person has been murdered. So without Gannon's body being found, we don't know that he actually was murdered at that time.
The lack of a body, can that cause difficulties in both the investigation and then ultimately the prosecution effort?
Yes, because if he'd actually been kidnapped, we wouldn't have a homicide investigation, obviously.
Have you been involved with other no-body homicide investigations?
Yes,
Are there inherent difficulties present because there's no body?
yes.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Do any of the jurors have any questions for Special Agent Cronin? No? All right. Thank you, ma'am. You may step down. Prosecution, call your next witness, please.
We call Johnny Grusing.
And last name again?
Grusing, sorry, Grusing.
Mr. Grusing, if you would step forward and raise your right hand, please, sir. A little further. Do you swear affirm the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and have a seat in the witness stand. Please watch your step as you step into the stand.
Good afternoon, sir. Will you please introduce yourself to our jury and then spell your name for the record?
My name is Jonathan Grusing. Last name is Grusing.
Mr. Grusing, what do you do currently for work?
I am Director of Safety and Security for Douglas County School District.
How long have you been doing that?
Not quite 2 years.
What did you do before that?
I was a special agent with the FBI in Denver.
How long had you been with the FBI?
Almost 25 years.
What kind of training and education did you have that allowed you to do that job?
I got an undergraduate degree in management, Texas Tech University, got a master's degree there as well in business. I worked in Dallas for 4 years while I was basically biding time to try to get into the FBI.
What kind of experience or positions, I should say, or roles did you play with the FBI?
So I was a special agent the entire 25 years. For my first 2 years, I worked terrorism matters, and for my last 23, I was primarily violent crime matters.
What kind of cases did you work on as far as violent crime investigations?
Up until 2006, I primarily worked kidnappings, fugitives, bank robbers, some federal jurisdiction crimes, like if there was a homicide in the prison. It was mainly that until 2006. And in that year, I was assigned a serial killer case. It was an informant of ours who the FBI did not know he was going around killing people and enjoying it. And I spent 15 years working that case. And that got me working closely with the profiling unit, which is called the Behavior Analysis Unit. I worked with them from 2006 until my retirement.
What is the Behavioral Analysis Unit?
It is a unit of supervisors with the FBI. They've also now incorporated homicide detectives, other federal agencies like ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. And they are basically a consult of experts in different categories. Like we'll have cybercrime is a new one, terrorism or threats, crimes against children, and crimes against adults.
How is, I guess, either that discipline or that unit, how is it used in criminal investigations?
So for my serial killer case, since I had never worked anything like that before, they consulted with me of how to approach someone like that, how someone like that functions, and how we might be able to find his victims, because we just had missing people at that time. So they taught me how behavior works. I went to a lot of their in-services. I eventually became the coordinator for Colorado as an arm for the behavior analysis unit to both assist local agencies in some profiling type matters, but also to hook up local departments with the profiling unit. So I was basically an extension of them to Colorado. And following that case in 2006, I kept getting assigned other cases where I could utilize the profiling unit on whether it's missing children, missing adults, strange homicides, serial rapists, those sorts of things.
I guess, how do you use that behavior patterns, or however you want to use the term, in trying to determine or help you as you're interviewing people?
So in attending a lot of their in-services, but even more so in working with people who did awful things, took other people's lives, the profiling unit had taught us that people follow a certain pattern of behavior. And knowing that pattern assists us in how to approach them and possibly get them to talk to us. It's not an accusatory manner. It's more of a manner on where we try to think like the offender, someone who's done an awful thing, and try to help that person wrestle with what they've done, and even almost explain to them what they've done and assist them in moving forward. So it's looking at the crime as best we can from the offender's viewpoint and trying to understand that person.
Does thinking like the offender work in a generalized sense, or is it better to know something about the investigation itself and things that that person may have been doing or saying while the investigation is unfolding?
Yeah, it requires a lot of homework. That's what they taught me, because when we would send a case to the profiling unit, they would digest it completely. It's not some magic formula where they know how people think. They would read the entire case reports. They would ask a lot of questions of the investigator, and then they would just give the investigator some thoughts on how they might move forward. It's not, they would never dictate, this is what you should do. They would say, here are some considerations you might have in dealing with the person like you're dealing with today. The transition for me out of the FBI and really towards the school district was in 2013. This was after the Sandy Hook attack on the first graders. I started getting yearly training, and it was more in depth on pathways of violence, because we as the FBI were trying to prevent school attacks in particular. So every year we would do more in-depth study on behavior patterns, and we as people, how we go down a pathway of violence before we do something. And so that got me talking to a lot of school districts for the next, 8 years or so, which eventually led to the job that I'm doing today.
So when you're talking about pattern of behavior, you're not talking, then it doesn't sound like a generalized pattern of a behavior. This would be a very specific pattern of behavior for a specific person and case.
Yes, they call it the pathway of violence, and both the FBI and the Secret Service have studied that for years and years.
What do you mean when you say that phrase, pathway of violence?
It means that we as human beings exhibit almost predictors before we do something we're going to regret later. It starts with a grievance. A grievance means something that you perceive is done wrong to you. And so then you have to wrestle with how you're going to deal with that. And you have an idea of how to deal with it. And that sometimes for us is not a healthy idea. If we have stabilizers in our life, we'll go back and figure out a better way to deal with things. From there, we go to planning. And that's if you're going down an unhealthy or a violent pathway, you'll start planning what you're going to do. You take steps of preparation. Then you do what's called a breach. A breach is that you enter into almost a point of no turning back, and then you do an attack. And we studied that for years and years to try to prevent school attacks. And that's what I still do today with the school district. If we see a student or even an adult struggling with that pathway of violence, we try to find out what that grievance is and if they're on a pathway to harm themselves or other people.
So in your experience, have you actually seen this pathway of violence go all the way through that pathway where it does lead to some violent act?
Absolutely.
How did you get involved in the investigation of Gannon Stauch's disappearance?
I had been assisting the Colorado Springs FBI resident agency. It's a smaller satellite down here I was stationed up in Denver on numerous cases if they involved missing adults, missing children, just to come in and assist them with whatever help I could give from the profiling unit. And the supervisor, John Cronin, had asked me to come assist with the Gannon Stauch case.
What was your role in the investigation?
I didn't come in until about a little over 2 weeks later, and the investigators, both FBI and El Paso sheriffs, just asked me to listen to one of Letecia's phone calls to, I believe it was Al, and see if I can assist, because they had no idea where Gannon was, and to see what we could do as far as where do we go from here, because they believed that she was misdirecting the authorities and wasn't assisting in the investigation. So after listening to the phone call, I spoke with Al, the dad, and with the investigative team and said, I do believe if we don't accuse Letecia of killing Gannon, that she would continue to talk with us and maybe give us clues to what happened to him.
So did that become a strategy for you as you proceeded to help out with this investigation, to not accuse her directly?
Yes.
Why did you believe that if you avoided making an accusation that she would continue to speak?
She had already shown a propensity to change her story to fit the facts of the case. And I had seen that in prior offenders as well. And I figured that if we could just keep
Approach.
Just a second. Yes, you may.
So, Mr. Grusing, so we were talking about that pathway of violence and how you used your experience to guide your strategy with this particular case. What about, this jury's heard a bunch of phone calls already, heard testimony that you were involved with both the planning and carrying out of these consensually recorded phone calls. Was it also part of your strategy to get her to just keep talking because she would give information sort of on the margins?
Yes, she was the last person to be with Gannon, and she was our best source of information. But we being the FBI, had different teams looking at computers, phones, cars, her travel, but our best source to find out what happened to Gannon was to maintain communication with Letecia. And that was my goal, was just to have Al keep talking with her so we could find out what happened to him.
On all of these recorded consensual phone calls that involve Mr. Stauch and the defendant, is it fairly consistent that the defendant would show more concern for herself than helping find Gannon, or what might even have happened to Gannon?
Yes, it was.
Was the defendant at the center of her own universe in that regard?
She was.
Did you have, prior to the phone calls, had you ever had any interaction with her before?
No,
During the phone calls, did you have any chance to see her?
no,
Did you eventually have a chance to see her?
I did.
What was that?
It was once an arrest warrant was drafted, and we being an investigative team with El Paso County Sheriff's Office and FBI on March 2nd, arrested her, and I spoke with her in South Carolina.
The person that you went there to arrest and then interview, is she here in the courtroom?
She is.
Will you identify her, please, by pointing to where she's sitting, describing what she's wearing?
She's sitting at that table wearing a red shirt.
Between the two defense attorneys?
Correct.
All right, at this time, I'd ask that the record reflects you identify the defendant.
The record will so reflect. Go ahead.
Mr. Grusing, was it also consistent that this defendant would mislead the investigation?
Yes, that's correct.
Give us what you mean by that.
Well, in her conversations with Al, she was pretending to be in Colorado Springs when we knew she was in South Carolina. Her stories changed, and it really affected the law enforcement response for her to say Gannon walked away to a friend's house versus being abducted or something that would cause a greater and more intense law enforcement response initially. And then, as I'm sure the jury's aware, the stories kept changing.
How does that dynamic, where the last person to see an 11-year-old child alive is giving these sometimes very wildly divergent statements as to what happened, how does that affect the investigation?
Well, it makes it difficult, but someone like Letecia can't help but giving out facts in the case while she's making up these stories. The stories are to avoid punishment for her possibly being responsible for what happened and being found guilty. And in my experience, that is what, both in my experience as an interviewer with the FBI and what I learned from working with the behavior analysis unit, that's what we as human beings do, is we fabricate and we misdirect to avoid punishment.
Was it consistent in this case that different times during these recorded phone calls that she would try to shift blame to other people?
Yes,
Did that include Al Stauch?
it did.
Did it include Landon Hyatt, Gannon's mother?
It did.
Did it include Landon's ex-husband, Mike?
Yes.
Were there other people that she would try to shift blame to that were known entities, known people that were real?
Yes.
I want to jump into now, I'm sure everybody's very excited about this, but some more of these recorded phone calls. We've previously had admitted and published a number of these phone calls through prior witnesses. But before we jump into that, how were you involved in this specific process of preparing Mr. Stauch for these calls?
So I would meet with Al along with our team in the morning early before we knew the phone calls would happen. First of all, to check on how he's doing, see if he got any texts through the night, and then to prepare him mentally for what would be a very difficult day of getting news stories of what happened to Gannon. And to watch him was difficult on us as investigators because Letecia was describing a lot of trauma happening to Gannon through this. It's forms of blood gushing and injuries to face and knees, and it just would keep coming, and it was difficult for him to take that in as Gannon's father, but he maintained a very even keel, and I think we were able to help him do that. It was very difficult for him not to accuse Letecia, but Al was also able to refrain from doing that as well.
Would you see physical reactions in Mr. Stauch as these descriptions are coming out?
Yes.
Was it important while you're doing this with Mr. Stauch to protect the viability of the investigation, meaning instructing him that he couldn't talk to people outside the investigation about these calls?
Yes, he knew that, and as far as I know, he adhered to that.
Okay. So I want to jump into People's Exhibit. Hold on just a second. People's Exhibit number 54, which was previously admitted through Mr. Stauch's testimony. It's a or these consensual calls that was recorded on February 16th, 2020. This one is 4 minutes and 23 seconds.
All right. I think the witness can stay in the stand for that one.
Yep.
And from the podium?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello? Yeah. So I just got off the phone with your girl, Nicole, and then I talked to the investigative reporter. You know what I found out?
What?
I found out where Quincy is. So
Okay.
we're making progress. His family at the house believes he's been in Mexico for over 2 years and hasn't been back.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
How do you know?
Oh, okay, whatever. If you're not gonna listen to me.
I did. I listened
now
to
you're
you.
gonna listen to your thing and make up these stories. Really?
No, I listened to you. I listened to your contact of Nicole. I listened to her, the person she sent, okay, who was the investigative reporter that you were referencing. So all that was true. So thank you for telling the truth on that, okay? The part that's not true is Quincy Brown. He's been in Mexico for 2 years. Quincy Brown is not involved in this.
God. Mexico? You don't know Mexico.
That's what his family said, yeah, that's what his family said.
Oh yeah, okay, the family said Mexico?
Yeah, because they've been looking for him too, believe it or not. Go figure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure.
So why the misinformation? Why are you telling me not true? Okay, the news people said this was misinformation. That's why they're not running your story. Okay?
I didn't give him.
Yeah, you did. You gave him Quincy Brown. You gave him misinformation. You gave him a story. Okay?
I didn't give it any news story.
Yeah, Nicole's a news person. You know that. You called her and did an interview with her or statement or whatever. So yeah, you did give her misinformation. That's what they called it. That's what they called it, Tisha. Call them back and cuss them out. Don't talk to me like this. You gave them misinformation.
Okay. But that's who the ID said. That's what it is.
Okay, that's who the ID said, and somebody's took his ID from 2 years ago and is now.
You need to figure that out because he's not Mexico.
So that's what I'm doing, trying to figure it out. Okay, and you're not working with me here. You said you want to be an involved parent.
In Mexico.
I'm just blown away because you say you want to be an involved parent. You sent me a picture of this dude. Okay, where'd you get the picture from?
Nicole, send this in. I said yes.
Okay, so Nicole sent you the picture. You've also got messages from this dude. Okay, and he never says who he is.
Somebody
Yeah,
said they took.
I got it, but it never said, "Hey, this is Quincy. Send me my money." You know, I'm the guy.
Everybody's ID said that's what he looks like.
Okay.
Then he has been in Mexico.
For 2
He's a stupid Mexico. That's perfect. That's just what people do.
Okay, but you said that he wasn't in Mexico. Now you're saying he's in Mexico. They said he was there for 2 years.
People can't. I said people can go back and forth to Mexico. be an indicator to you right there.
Yeah, but you know what? But you got check it out though.
There.
Check it out though. He's been wanted for over 2 years. If he came back and forth across the border in the past month, they would have stopped him because he's a wanted man. Okay.
No, they would.
And you just said it's perfect that Gannon's in Mexico? That's one of the worst places on the world right now.
Scenario for his.
For who?
You.
What's wrong is my son's missing and you keep lying to me. Okay. That's what's wrong, Tisha. That's what's wrong. Okay, fine. Give me my son back. Tell the truth. Give me my son back. Yeah. Where's he at then? Who has him? You had to answer not one of my questions.
To do that.
Well, guess what? I don't want you to call me back because you're not doing nothing but lying to me and sending me in a different direction than what you know is the truth.
Okay, whatever. Good for you. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
So, Mr. Grusing, just a couple of preliminary things. There was a word of Nicole in this particular call. Were you aware of who Nicole was?
Yes,
Who is that?
she was a local news reporter.
Okay. And then Quincy, we've had some prior testimony on this from other folks as well. But this is that Quincy Brown.
Correct.
Any indication that he was involved in this case?
No.
What is important from your perspective as an investigator with your years of experience regarding this particular phone call?
Again, Letecia is not taking any responsibility for Gannon being missing. She actually, as Al was able to catch, was almost relieved or pleased that he might be in Mexico, that might even be a possibility. And we had already found out by this point that Quincy Brown was he was a fugitive on a wanted page. And like I think you'd said prior testimony, it had already been vetted that he was in Mexico.
Okay. When we talk about misdirection, is this an example of that misdirection as applied to the investigation by the defendant herself?
Yes.
Next, want to jump into People's Exhibit number 55, another one of these recorded phone calls admitted previously under Mr. Stauch's testimony. This is 18 minutes and 42 seconds long, and it's occurred on February 16th, 2020 at 2:34 p.m.
And you said 18 minutes?
Yes, sir. A little over 18 minutes.
All right, Mr. Grusing, you can go ahead and step down and sit in the back while this is played. Are you still playing it from there?
February 16th.
Are you still playing it from there, Mr. Allen?
Yes, sir.
This is about General. Yeah.
What?
Do what?
What?
I'm just trying to help get to the bottom of this, teacher, like you said in the message. Like, I'm just trying to do this for Gannon.
Yeah, but this whole time, for 3 weeks, you've been just like all these people. So you know what? I'm gonna be just like too. Full of speculation, full of lies, full of craziness. I'm gonna be fucking crazy as hell, just like them.
So you're starting that now?
That's the truth, huh?
You're starting that now is what you're telling me?
No, I'm telling you, no, that's just what, I mean, that's how you treated me. So
No,
you think
no.
that I've been sitting there playing into your game and all the listening and people. You think I'm stupid?
No, I'm just trying to like I said, I'm just trying to get to the truth and get to Gannon. I mean, you, no, you think I'm stupid.
Then you wanted to get to Gannon?
Yeah.
And you think I'm not gonna fucking be a fucking crazy ass? You think that for a second? You think I'm not smart enough now? Oh, I've invested a lot because, oh my God, I worked at the ground you walked on.
Okay, but that being said, why would you give me Nicole's number?
I don't
Okay.
work at that company
No,
anymore.
well, that's fine. That's fine. We're miles away from that. So, but for
Miles away from what?
miles away from the truth. First of all, because this Quincy guy's been gone for 2 years. The news said that, not me. Okay, all right. The news said that. They also got confirmation from the sheriff. Okay, that this guy was not involved. Period. It's misinformation.
That's what they say then. They have the answer.
Okay, well, but between me and you, why can't we just move past Quincy? Okay.
Because you're not trying to move forward in your life with your wife and your family. And as long as you treat me like that, act like that, I'm going to be the same damn way.
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out.
You treat me like shit.
Okay, all right.
Do you think I'm supposed to come be your hero?
Okay, listen. I am trying to get past that point because Quincy being involved in this.
You don't have anywhere to live in those foods? And you still been lay up in a hotel?
Yeah, but you had me believing Quincy until the news and the El Paso told me it wasn't true.
But no, you don't care.
I do.
Just tell me what
I no.
don't fucking matter to you.
Okay, so you've been telling me stories this whole time. Is that what you're telling me? You've been lying to me intentionally.
Why not?
So
Why would you get that?
But you got to know. I think you're freaking out because I don't even have to tell you. You know that Quincy being not legit anymore is not good for you, and it's not good for Gannon.
Okay.
All right, so listen, I want to start over with this, okay? I want to start over, and no, I got you, and I want you.
If you had me, you would have dated me for 2 weeks.
Okay, but listen, when I started talking to you on the phone, the most honest you've been to me in this whole freaking process is when you asked me, and you showed me that you cared and love for me. You asked me, you said, Albert, do you love me? And then I answered, and I said yes, right?
You don't. Albert, you don't.
No, but no, listen to me. I said yes, okay?
Get on the phone and tell them all how many. Tell them.
I said yes, and what you said, okay? What you said, if this was an accident, will you stand by me? And I said yes. I said I will stand by you if this was an accident.
Many people did you start texting and telling them that I lied? I just want to know because this is where I know. This is why I know you never were trusted through the whole 2 weeks. People did you?
I didn't get on the phone and text nobody about this. And I know you're surprised by that. You can be, okay?
Whatever. You ain't told a soul about no names or nothing.
The only person I've been talking about is the fact that Quincy Brown, with this, whatever Nicole Fiaro told me, okay, that the El Paso County Sheriff, so you said, Paul, I did exactly what you said. I trusted in you. I got in touch with them. So you don't even want to talk about Gannon. You're not talking about Gannon. You're talking about you, okay?
No, this is not about ticket.
It is. It is about you.
Wanna know why?
That's not true, Gannon, because you're somewhere. You're healthy and talking to me. Gannon's not. That's why it's about Gannon, okay? All right. Like I said, I want your honesty. The most honest you've been.
Didn't even understand any of it. If I try to tell you that your baby mama has something to do with it, you're not gonna believe me, but she did.
Okay, then let's prove it. Give me the proof.
So you fucking laugh at hotels with her?
I'm not. I have that once. I've told you that. I don't care. You could accuse me all you want to, like you've done for 5 years. Okay. I don't have nothing to hide.
You won't even tell me anything. You haven't had the decency to tell me anything about nothing. You started kicking me off, kicking me out of the curb, but you talk to her every day, though, didn't you?
Not really, actually.
You know, because she's your children's mother, right?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And you have information that you're not telling me, and you have the chance to show that you're better than her. Okay. If she's involved in this, let's take her down. If she's
You go make a statement that you are standing by your lock in and then see what you did.
okay. If you sit right here, do that. Okay. If you sit right.
I'm a liar.
No, absolutely not. I'm not putting you down at all. You told me the closest we've been to the truth. I'm gonna keep saying this is when you asked me if I loved you, and I said yes. Okay, and then you said if this was an accident, and then you said stand by me. Okay, so I think that's the closest to the truth we've been. That something happened, it was an accident, and that's the most.
Something happened, it was an accident. Where the hell did I put Gannon? But you think what the rest of the people think? You think it was an accident that I heard in and did away with it?
Listen, hold on. And I'm going to tell you the truth right now. I'm not worried about Gannon right now, okay? I'm worried about you. I'm worried about standing by you. The only way you're going to...
Tell me what I want.
I'm not telling you what you want to hear. The only way to move forward with this is that it was an accident, which I think is the truth, and that you freaked out. And I told you that over and over and over again. Accidents happen. People freak out with accidents. They will understand that. Okay, but the fact that you sent me on a 3-day chase of Quincy Brown, which is misinformation and not true, okay, that's not good for you. What is good for you is that we can make it through this, going down the road of an accident. No, I'm telling you the truth.
10% of people don't make it through. If I hadn't saved Gannon's life in a fire, you'd still be treating me the same way.
You saved his life from a fire?
If I didn't, but God knows because I couldn't figure out where the hell the fire was coming from. If I went downstairs, you haven't jumped on you for a second. If that couch was on fire, Gannon would not be alive. Oh, but
No, I saved you that from day one. That you did what you had to do there. But how did you save his life? Okay, what was it from? The accident of the candle that Gannon did, or what? That's what.
out, had I just laid back down because I'd already cut the darn alarm off.
Yeah, but you're a good person. You're a good mom. That's what good people do. Okay, so that's never been in question. Okay, the fact that you're a good person, that just comes natural. Okay, the fact that what happened subsequent to that, what happened after that, was just further made the accident 10 times. It compounded it 10 times, and now it's got way out of hand. But that's the only way we get out of this is to figure out what the accident was and go from there. I can't hear you.
I'm asking somebody because we don't have any food.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I do. All right, thanks. That's really great, right? Albert,
Yeah, I'm here.
told you every single day. I woke up every single day and told you. I want to tell you that I'm this bad person and something bad. I want to tell you all that. I do.
Why?
Because that is what you think. You have trashed me to everyone.
I have not, prove it. I have not trashed you to no one. I have not put anything out in the public intentionally so we could get to the bottom of this, me and you, okay? And here we are trying to get to the bottom of it.
I'm sure you had your family thinking I'm a murderer.
My family's not even here. I'm all alone again. I told you that. My family just wants to find their nephew, their grandson, their cousin, okay? That's what they want. How about Lena, their brother? Lena's losing her mind because her brother's missing.
You think I don't want to see Lena?
I didn't say see Lena. I said Lena's freaking out because Gannon's missing. What are you talking about?
No, I said I do want to see Lena.
I didn't say you didn't want to see her. Why? Where did that come from? I said grandma's, my mom's worried about her grandson. Okay. My siblings are worried about their nephew. Their children are worried about their cousin. And then I said Lena's worried about her brother. And you said you want to see Lena.
I do.
Well, everybody wants to see Gannon. Everybody.
No, not Albert.
Okay. Everybody wants to see Gannon. And if it was, and I'm trying to get you to understand that if this was just an accident and it got out of hand and you panicked or whoever panicked, okay, that's something we can make it through. Okay. You can make it through that.
You're not going to believe that because you're going to think.
No, fine. Fine, Gannon panicked. No, I'm not blaming you. I said it was an accident. Accidents really have no one to blame. If an accident happens,
Okay, I was trying to be a cool parent. I already told you that. We pushed the bed together. You were talking about having a sleepover.
okay,
We were just acting crazy. Okay, I already told you that NFL busted his lip in his nose. That's where the blood came from. Don't be thinking there's some crime scene to kick everybody out of the home. When that's not even, nothing happened to Gannon. Deadly, hurtful, anything like that in the home. I'm sick of it. I'm supposed to help people when people won't even move past that. I told you this morning. That was the accident I was talking about.
okay. So there was an accident with Gannon. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So what next? What I mean, that's what I. Okay. Okay.
Feeling horrible. He's absolutely feeling horrible because we had a fire. We had to run out. He's thinking, and whatever you're going to say, you're going to be like, oh, whatever. You're not going to let me just tell you and be genuine unless you just be like, baby, how can you, like, even deal with this? Because I'm dealing with it hard and comfort each other. You're not going to do that. You think it's not killing me? Do you think that for a second?
No, I know it's killing you. I know how you are when because you're a good mom and you're a good person, and when things don't go perfect, I know how you are.
Albert, do you love me?
Yes.
It's the truth. Are you going? Don't say I'm going to make no promises. Are you going to make this right? Stand by your wife?
I told you that the other day. I will stand by you. Yes.
And I said, are you going to make this right?
Yeah, we're going to make this whole situation right.
I'm talking about with our family.
Absolutely. That's what this is all about, is our family. I said that from day one and every day. This is about our family.
Okay? He's just shocked because all he kept thinking about is how he was supposed, I don't know what, if somebody was supposed to be sending him from online on Amazon. I don't know what promises people had made. I don't know about any kind of promises that people made about coming in March. I don't know about any of that. I just know he was upset thinking, A, he was not going to get any of those promises. He was upset about the whole camera thing, and he kept saying to me that he messes up everything. Saying that to me. And I kept saying that he did. That's why I didn't let Gannon go to school. He felt horrible with himself. He felt really bad with himself. He was very upset. So we go on our same trip. We went on everything, like, we did all that. All that's true. We did all that. We go to Petco. We did all that.
Okay.
Then we leave. We were going to meet somebody about the fire. Then end up and I realized that I did think somebody was following us. That's a God's trick. Because when I got on, they got to. I got to turn, they got. Swear to God, I thought somebody was following us all the time. Anyway, so I realized that I didn't have phone or directions, so I turned around. Come back up to Petco. Go back into Petco again. Still playing the glitch. He's still whatever. So back us up for a second. If you think for a second on some video, it might have been whatever, he had busted his nose and his mouth. Did you think I want to send him to school like that? Honestly. Did you?
I mean, obviously not.
Okay. I did. And then I was just feeling so sorry. He didn't have that first. It was therapy. They were a little bit bubbly, but I was able to jump on it and put it out. So then we go back to Petco, and I said again, hey, we are going to have to hurry up, get back, and get Lena. Albert, when I got back, Gannon was not in the car. At all. I didn't even know that he wasn't in the car.
From when you left Petco?
Still horrible, because I feel like one of those people that didn't realize that they left their baby in the car. Do you realize how freaked out? People want to know why I drove around everywhere, why my GPS went everywhere for days, because I tried looking. Now I have to sit back and have people fuss at me and say, first of all, where's Gannon? I don't know. I told you this from the beginning. I don't know. I don't. You think it's not driving me insane? I don't know. You think I have to feel like, oh, whatever you have to said something about the music? I didn't even pay attention. He's always just so quiet. I wasn't even thinking. And then I go into Petco, thinking surely he's going to be home. Surely, because he was talking about a friend with a car, going out of a car. I said, surely, maybe he thinks he feels horrible.
Yeah.
He's going to call this person or do whatever, and he'll be back home. That's it. And you think I don't have to live with this every single day? Hello?
I'm here. I'm just listening.
See? Now you're just listening. I give you what you want, and you're just listening.
What do you want me to do? You want me to pick holes in it? I promised you I'd listen. You asked me to listen. I promise it.
Oh, so now there's holes to pick in it?
That's not. Yeah, I mean, I can if you want me to. Do you want to do that?
There's no holes to pick in it.
All right, listen. I'm done, okay? Because we started off talking about an accident, okay? Now, basically, we got another Quincy Brown. So what's this guy's name, okay? When you come up with that, when you come up with the next person's name, you call me back, all right?
Mr. Grusing, if you would resume your seat in the witness stand, I remind you, sir, that you're still under oath.
One of the benefits of doing it this way is you get your steps in while you're still testifying.
Appreciate that.
The whispering that we hear in the background, is that you and Al just conversing and you giving him tips on how to go forward?
Yeah, one of us on the team.
Okay. The accident suggestion, do you remember that at the very beginning of this where Al suggests, was there some accident kind of thing?
I do.
What was the strategy behind suggesting an accident?
By now, we as a team had been able to shoot down the Eduardo story, and now the Quincy Brown story, because we had put him in Mexico. Letecia knew that that story wasn't going to be able to move forward with Al, and as you can see, she wants a relationship with Al, and we decided to do both the accident scenario and remind Letecia that she's a good person and a good parent, and see if she would give us something else as far as a clue we could move forward with.
Is that essentially building an escape hatch for her to take that gives her potentially some less exposure?
Yes,
Did she take advantage of that?
she did.
Okay, in what way?
Well, she described again more injuries to Gannon about, I believe it was busting a lip. I couldn't hear if it was a nose or something else that happened in the house. And then that's why she would call him out of school. She also continued to blame him, though, as a victim, of saying he was scared, he wasn't acting rightly, and a lot of those sorts of responsibilities landed on Gannon. And then she calls him out of school, but now she has him being abducted, it sounds like, from the Petco, and now we don't have a new suspect to chase.
Is this a new development in her evolution of stories that now an abduction, kidnapping has occurred outside of the home?
Yes.
At Petco, I should say,
Yes,
because there had been the previous one of Quincy Brown up northern El Paso County, correct?
correct.
All right. Your Honor, at this time, I would like to jump into the next phone call previously admitted during Al Stauch's testimony. This is People's Exhibit 56. It's from February 17th, 2020 at 11:49 p.m. And it's 43 minutes long, so that may get us to a good break point after that one's done.
That will. And Mr. Grunson, you can go ahead and step down.
Playing now People's 56.
doctor and all that other junk.
Should we call her?
Yep.
Just give me one second.
Hello. What's up?
Talking about it.
Huh?
But just got back to the doctor.
What for?
Really?
Yeah.
I've already told you this, and I didn't have a period, and I'm 5 weeks pregnant.
Okay. How'd it go? Was that you messaging me this morning from another number?
I don't know, just blame me for whatever.
No, I'm just asking. That way I know for sure. Huh?
I don't know. I don't know, Albert. I don't know. Just blame me for whatever.
No, it's not. No, we're not playing the blame game. I just wanted to know because there may have been some details that I wanted to talk about because it was obviously relevant to what the things we've been talking about over the past couple of days. So,
Yeah, you would have thought that you would have just called me and said anything nice.
you know what my mind's on. My mind's on Gannon, okay? And I told you I'd stand by you if we got to the truth. So, I mean, that's what my mind's on.
Then you,
My mind's on the truth about Gannon.
I've given you the truth. I've given it to you, and then I've given you 15 different things that were not true, just to prove a point. Call it what you want. Call it crazy or making up stories or lying or whatever you want to call it. And go text people and tell them how horrible person I am, and I'm just lying, and you're backing me in a corner. So that when you say something to people, I hope you know they're posting yourself online.
When I say something to who?
Anybody. Unless it's probably like legitimately people that you are blood related to. If they send it to anybody or anyone who thinks they can send it to their best friends in kindergarten, they're posting it online.
Well, I mean, I haven't said nothing to nobody, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's probably you send some people calling you without that's probably how they got your number. Your number's online everywhere.
I know it is. And I mean,
People posting messages that you supposedly sent to people. Just telling you, so I mean, so, you know, whoever you be talking junk to or whatever to, people are putting it out there.
well, good for them. I mean,
I'm just telling you that to let you know that, not to talk bad to you or talk about you went up, and I'm just telling you that. Trust me, I did it very nice getting accused of being with Mike, messages made up on me being with Mike, all kinds of stuff, like anything you can know that. I'm just telling you that. These people are nut jobs.
yeah. So back to what you said a second ago. You told me that you made up all these stories to prove a point. Why would you tell me all these different stories? That doesn't make any sense. Well, I mean, what point is there to prove other than the point of finding Gannon?
Because I cannot give you, no matter what I give you of how Gannon is missing, I can't give you the answer of how to get him.
Why? But you told me.
If you guys are there to question me, to check all Jose Baez law firm.
I just want to know why you told me all these different stories, but you told me to you're telling me that you've given me the truth so many times, but then you say it's a bunch of different stories. So I don't understand what you're trying to say. I mean, the only thing okay, go ahead.
I'm not walking you through any more stories or truths. I'm not doing that. Because it does nothing for me but make me unhealthy, make me stressed, and I'm not in a position because I'm not eating to be like this. I'm just not healthy. And as many of you guys think that you're going to get me to kill myself or this is something I didn't do, you guys are all wrong. So the point behind that is, if you're going to call me, not to stand by my side, not to make any kind of statement to say that these people need to stop threatening your life. If you're not going to call me to do any of that in your family, then of course I'm just going to sit there and play into your game. If you're treating me like crap, which you've done, why would I treat you with any?
I didn't hear what you said. You broke up. Why would you treat me with what?
I said, if you're not treating me with compassion, kindness, with any kind of support, with any kind of help, you're not treating me with any of that. Why do I have to owe you any kind of the same respect back?
But I've offered that. I've offered that to you. Okay, I've offered that to you. I said I'll stand by you once we get the truth. Okay, that's what I've said the whole time, and I've told you that you can survive and you can get through this. Okay, it all comes down to the truth. That's the important point.
To get through something, for y'all to think that I'm going to make up something and get charged with something that I didn't even do. I'm not doing that. If you just think that.
I mean,
You've all even said things like, "Oh, you're a teacher." You haven't even said a kind word to me about anything like that. Do you think that I didn't think that was all a made-up thing?
You can listen. You're welcome to think whatever you want. I mean, you said you've loved me numerous times over the past couple of days, and I've replied with the same thing. Yes.
If you called me to say that to me, if you called me, I woke up in the morning and said, "Be kind to me. I love you. I miss nothing." Have you said anything to me?
I have, but the problem is what you're telling me is finding Gannon is conditional on what you want and what you need. That is what you're saying. The truth is conditional for that.
It's not. Do you not think if I knew for a second I'd get Gannon, it would not be sitting there waiting on you like weeks ago?
Well, I don't know the truth on that because I know what you've said, that an accident happened and that you panicked. And when you panic and bad things and things get out of control or whatever you said, they go downhill.
You didn't accept the accident about jumping on the bed. You didn't accept it.
I accepted that it was an accident that happened. You're absolutely right. I accepted that an accident happened and you panicked.
That's not what you did. That's not what you accepted. I told you the truth. You asked me about the bedroom, and I've already told you this.
But okay. Let's accept that accident happened, okay, for a moment. Okay, but you keep putting somebody else into the picture, okay, and that is absolutely bad for you. In the context of an accident or in the context of anything, if somebody else comes into the picture and you keep going down that road, if I'm sitting here and poking holes in it, okay, which I don't want to do, but it just doesn't jive with me. What do you think law enforcement's going to do? Okay, because
think about what law enforcement is going to do. Because Jose Baez is going to whistle this good. I'm not worried about that.
But,
I'm not worried about law enforcement because I didn't do anything wrong.
right, because it was an accident. We've established that. So why would Jose Baez have to rip anybody apart if you were involved in an accident?
That is, I never told you that anything was an accident other than what you asked me about the word. And I'm going to keep telling you that 14 times, and then you're going to get mad. You told me, scream at me, hang up the phone. It's not a good enough answer.
But you did tell me there was an accident. You told me there was a fire, there was burns, there was a candle spill. You told me he accidentally stepped on a piece of wood.
You already knew all this.
Right, but those are the accidents that you said happened, that he got injured somehow from these accidents. That's what you said. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
I asked you about him. I've already told you about this. He had a hard time just being basically a boy, barefooted.
Yeah, I know it, and he freaked out. I got it. He freaked out after the accidents happened. There was a couple different accidents that happened. He freaked out, got overwhelmed. Then what happened?
He's never had that many accidents.
I agree. Okay, I agree. That's a lot in like 12 hours. That's a lot of accidents in 12 hours on one little field. Okay, whatever. I'm just using that as a random guess. Okay, I don't know the exact time frame.
Me explaining anything to you if your people want more statements or whatever, they know I've listened to you, who I have as my representation in a free investigation. I listen to that to you. I'm not going to sit here and walk down 15 more trials again with you for you to hang on, yell, eat, scream, and
But I'm your husband. I'm not the sheriff. I'm your husband, and it's my son that's missing.
that you've done.
Yes, he does. A father does. A father does. Okay. And once again, I'm trying to do this because I'm feeling the guilt of not being there to help him through all these accidents. Okay. So I'm trying to do what I can outside of the law enforcement. Okay. Because you don't freaking trust them anyways. And they've screwed a lot of this up. So I'm sitting here trying.
You trust them?
Do I trust him? Not based on what I've seen. So that's why I'm going straight to you, straight to the last person that saw him.
I'm not. If I would be the last person that saw him, then I would be the person that has him.
So who was the last person that saw him? This is
No.
okay.
I don't know.
So you don't know who it was.
I don't know anything. I just told you. I don't know anything because I've been emotionally beat down.
By who?
Emotionally beat down.
By who?
What?
By who's emotionally beat you down? Hello?
Albert, I understand that as a parent, you know that 100% of your mind is focused on someone that God gave you the ability to bring into this world. Okay? If anybody knows that, I understand that.
Well, but you're contradicting yourself because you told me.
Okay.
No.
I'm not even
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't have anything to say. As soon as I couldn't even finish the second part. I finished it without you attacking me.
Okay.
And I also know that you should be, under no circumstances, be warned to be. Because that's what God intended you to be. Be warned. And that's what? That's what you're supposed to be doing. And that includes, I haven't even spoke to my husband in weeks, in there to comfort him, even there to comfort me in this situation. So, no. I know that God says we put him first. He'll put everything that we're supposed to be. We that happened, and I'm not going to apologize for that. When I've given you information, I've given you a set of information, the actual truth, and it's still not good enough. Tell me what that is, because I'm not doing it. You don't care. You're not going to be as a parent and accept. Hey, no, sometimes our kids are going to make choices that we don't like. They're not going to accept that. But how am I going to be a parent? I'm trying to tell you to accept them. How? Because other than me trying to come up with a story to keep someone else looking bad, to protect the child, then I feel that. You should have my back no matter what. You should have my back to the point where we together were talking to these people and demanding a better answer. But you have not. I don't know what you do every day. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where you're at. When some of the church may not even be here. I mean, it's on mine to do what it takes. I don't even. My almost went late to say, you are my teammate. And then you're going to go up to me, I'm not favoring on any of it. I'm not. This is the dude that tells me exactly where candidates right now. I'm just going to vote for my family again. This is the two ways to put on it. I don't know what these are. This ain't going to be on the phone. You have been married to me long enough to know that I in any situation, whether break out or not, whatever it may be, I have told truth and nil. Maybe not the best thing at being like, oh, look at your thing, you got to cut, or whatever. Maybe not the best in that aspect. But as far as protection, that would have been, you should have been seen before you get leave. I just remember telling us that, knowing anytime anybody does anyone in our family, who cares about me? Who can text them? Me. I could give you out. I would.
All right, can I talk now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sure, thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna. I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna walk you back through where I'm at, and then I'm gonna let you know how I feel. Okay? All right. I fully believe that something happened. It was an accident, and that you panicked. Okay. And that you keep putting somebody else into it, and as long as you do that, it just doesn't look good for you. I'm trying to be by your side when I say that. Okay. And I've said this over and over again that you can get through this, and if you give me the truth, okay, I'll stand by you. Okay, but here's where I'm at. Here's my feelings on it. Okay, you just hear me out, please. Okay, all right. I know that you did something. I know that you're responsible. Okay, and I hope there was a good reason for it. But the problem is, it's clear to me that I can't get it back through you. Okay, I had serious hope that we could stand by each other through this. But you know what? I'm past that point now. After all these lies, and you just admitted that you lied to me for a reason to prove a point, I don't have hope for us. And you know what I'm worried to death about? I'm going to have to testify eventually about this, and I don't know what I should say. I have no clue what to say about this. Because now I'm put in a position of the truth of my wife. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say when I get called up there to testify eventually. What?
You just start your conversation. You please that I did something.
I absolutely said that, and I want you to know what you think I should say when I get to have to testify, because I'm gonna get called up there to testify in this situation. I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't come down to murder. I haven't seen my son in 3 weeks, and nobody can find him. Okay, or maybe it was an accident and somebody just panicked. But I don't have it. I'm farther away from the truth than I was when I started talking to you after 2 weeks. You were the last one to see him, and I just don't know what I'm going to say when I have to sit on that stand and freaking cry in front of the world about my son. I don't know what the hell I'm going to say, other than that you freaking lied over and over and over and over, and then never told me any element of the truth. So what should I say? I mean. Hello? I guess I lost you.
You're saying, so basically now you're saying someone's been proven. What you're saying.
No, I said that could be the worst case. I don't know for sure because there's no body, there's no evidence, there's no nothing. I mean, what else do you want me to think in this case? Okay, you're the last one to see him. You're the last one to hear him talk. You're the last one anything of Gannon on this earth, to my knowledge. Okay, no one else. I mean, what else are you? I mean, what do you want me to say, teacher? What do you want me to think? I'm as freaking serious and freaked out as I've been this whole time. All these freaking injuries in that short time period, accident or not, you had something to do with it. Okay. I mean, how else? All that put together, how else am I supposed to look at it? Just like you're always putting me on the stand and questioning me for stuff you think I do that adds up. Okay, well, that's what I'm doing here. There's no other way for me to look at this other than you're involved to some level, if not ultimately responsible. So you tell me what I'm supposed to say, what I'm supposed to think. You can say no all you want to, but all you've done is lie to me and make up fake people that are in Mexico right now. Tell me the truth, Tisha. Tell me what I'm supposed to say. Tell me how to stand by you.
You've already said what you think is in your mind and what people have put in their mind.
Yeah, it's not about what I think, though. Okay, I'm asking you how I can stand by you, what the truth is, so I can stand by you through this.
I'm just let you sit there and accuse yourself. My own husband has just said I would murder someone. Listen to what you said.
That's not what I said. Okay, you said that, not me. I said you're responsible. You're responsible to some degree. That's what I said.
We're worried about you testifying, is what you said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Testifying for someone, is what you said.
Because I got to get up there. I got to get up. I'm going to have to get up there on the stand and look you in the eye and tell them you lied to me and told me 15 stories. And that when they ask me what I think, I'm going to tell them I think you're responsible. I want to know what you think I should say. That's where I'm at right now. I told you that.
If that's what you feel in your heart, then go with it. That's what I can do.
That's not. I'm asking you to convince me. Can tell me otherwise, Tisha. Convince me otherwise. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees begging you to prove me wrong again. Okay, prove me wrong. Tell me right now. Prove me wrong. Give me what I need. Give me the facts of the matter that prove that you had nothing to do with this, or that was an accident. You freaked out, or something. I'm here theorizing all these different stories.
Are you delusional that there's an accident and then you still think I just murdered someone over an accident?
No, that's not what I said. If it was an accident, that explains it. You killed him, that explains it. I mean, it's pretty simple. Okay, it was an accident. Okay, an accident.
I have nothing with the accident. I'm asking you a daggone question. Not like yelling at me. I said, if you just said that you was doing basically on the fence. It's what you told me.
No.
No, you said if they ask me what I think, that's speculation, right? So you're telling me that you're going to speculate what you think happened. And you just told me there's no this, there's no evidence, there's no other.
No, all right, you're right. Back off of that. What I will tell them is this. I will tell them this, that my wife had the opportunity to tell me the truth, but she chose to lie to me repeatedly, make up fake people, Uncle Matt, Eduardo, freaking Quincy Jones or whatever his name was in Mexico, okay? She told me all these stories to get me going in 17 different directions, that I still don't know the truth, and that I know for a fact she was the last one to see him in our home.
I'm going to let you just be like, I'm going to let you just have that opinion because that's.
No, stop. No, that's not an opinion, okay? I stated all the facts, I dropped the mic, and I'm out, okay? That's what that is. I got nothing else to say about it, other than you lied to me, and you're the last one to hear my little boy cry, and little boy say I'm bleeding, and to see him live and well.
Oh my God, they edited that video. You're an idiot. The actors editing that video like that. Oh my God.
Okay, then tell me something that's truth. You didn't deny it. You didn't deny. Okay, fine. I'm sorry I said that. Okay, maybe it is edited, but you didn't flip out when I said you're the last one to see him alive. Okay, you flipped out when he said that he was bleeding. So explain that to me, Tisha.
As far as I know, he was alive. I'm not going to say any differently because I'm not going to be a parent.
Okay, you still didn't answer the question. Now you're telling me your opinion. You told me not to give opinion. Now you're giving me opinion. Okay, I said you're the last one to see him alive and or in the house. Okay, because you are. So now fill in the blank. No, that's not what I think. That's the truth, and you haven't denied that one time.
You think that I'm not going to say anything because why would I say anything?
Well, you freaking jump on me when I say he's in the video. He said he was bleeding. You said they edited that. So you can't have it both ways. Are you going to deny it? You're not going to deny it because you're denying stuff you think is not true.
I've already denied to you what you just said.
That you're the last one to see him.
That I am not the last one to see him.
Then who is? Yeah, you told me Quincy Brown. We proved him false. Okay, that was easy. All I had to do was call a reporter. Okay, I didn't have to have any evidence. I just called the reporter, and she said, "Yep, he ain't been around for a while. He's been gone a minute."
Okay.
Okay, so who was it?
You've already said that it was no one else, so why does it matter?
But you just said it was, so I'm asking who it was.
I am not listening.
See, here you go again. You can't spin me, teacher. You can spin Facebook, you can spin the media, but you can't spin me. All right. If you want.
So many times, I ain't been on there.
Yeah, I mean, fine, but you can't spin me. I'm telling you. You should know that by now.
I'm not trying to spin you.
Hey, you know what? What about the blood in the corner? Okay, that came from Gannon knocking his nose. Yeah, the corner of his bedroom where you push the beds together. What about the blood?
Oh God, you are just you're grasping.
I'm not. I saw blood. Okay, that's not grasping. I saw it.
Oh, hold on a minute. Tell me again. You saw it.
Saw what?
Tell me what you saw.
Are you recording me now? Go ahead, just tell me. I'll say it. I saw it. Blood in the corner of his room. Record me. I don't give a fuck, Tisha. That's my son. That's my son's blood, and I saw it.
Okay, you proved it, A, that you saw it. B, you proved it identical blood.
So how to get there, Tisha? You prove that.
You just said you're going on back, so I'm trying to get this straight. You're going on back.
Yep.
You're telling me you walk in and they showed you this. So what you told somebody, is that a fact?
I saw it. You tell me whose blood it was. You were there.
So there we go.
You were there.
What?
You were part of the crime, so you tell me.
No, I was not. There was 18 people in the house.
Oh, there was 18 people when Gannon got hurt and had these accidents happen, and then he. Okay. All right. Now, see, I told you you can't spin me, Tisha. But go ahead. I'll listen to you spin. Go ahead, spin it around.
I'm not trying to spin you. I'm not trying to spin you at all. I'm saying what you. I'm just trying to get a fact from you. What you're saying. One, you told me that all you and whoever else was in the middle of a supposed crime.
No, what you're doing. No, hold on. No, stop for a second. What you're doing is you're not focusing on the crime. You're focusing on the people here helping to find Gannon. Okay, like that's gonna fly. You're gonna go up there and say, no, it's bullshit, Tisha.
How they're gonna rip you guys' theory apart because it's a lie.
Okay.
And you contaminated the crime scene, supposedly, is what you said.
Okay, so whatever.
That's what you said.
But what you said was it was Gannon's blood. So I'm going based off the facts that you told me.
You said I never said that.
Yeah, you did. No, you said it was yours and Gannon's blood. Okay, that's what you said. That's exactly what you said. That's what you said.
You could find again as well on any concrete.
You are lying.
I never told you about any concrete
Okay,
blood.
you're lying.
You said you saw it.
That's going to be noted. Okay, I'm writing down notes right now. You're lying. Tisha lies again.
Down.
Tisha admitted at the beginning of the conversation she lied 15 times.
As long as you and whoever else you had in this home were in the home in the middle of a supposed crime scene, they're gonna rip y'all to shreds.
Why would you even say that if it's not a crime scene? You told me it was an accident. So is it a crime or an accident?
You said it was.
You told me it was the scene of an accident. So is it an accident or a crime scene?
Let me ask you this question then. Since you, okay, this was a supposed scene.
I can't.
Okay? This was a supposed crime scene. And then you saw, like you have not came out and said differently, you've done up a talk talking shit about, okay, that the Gannon didn't come back. Is the house a crime scene?
You're the one telling me it's a crime scene.
You told me it was.
You told me it was an accident, and now you're telling me it's a crime scene.
Answer that question.
What question?
How in the hell? Our home, a supposed crime scene, when you guys have done nothing to portray the world.
Hey, do you want me to tell you what I think or what I know? You want me to tell you what I think or what I know? I am. Do you want the what I think or what I feel or what I know for sure?
Whatever you want to give me.
Okay, what I think is that you did it. What I feel is that you're involved. Excuse me. I think and feel is that you did it. What I know is that you're involved somehow. Okay, that's the bare bones where I'm at right now. I have nothing else. You're involved to some extent. Gannon get hurt, whether there's an accident or not. There's blood all over the place down in his room. However, I saw it. Who gives a crap at this point because the boy's out there hurt? Okay, what I feel like and what I think is that you did it and you're trying to hide it. And you dumped his body somewhere. That's what I think.
Don't do that.
Yep.
In your theory that you are saying, your theory, okay? You were telling me that supposedly you think that there was some accident that someone got hurt really bad
Yep.
inside of Gannon's room. Gannon walked outside to the car, okay?
I didn't say you killed him in his room. Okay, why would I mean? I already told you, and you told me I was stupid for saying this. I think an accident happened that you're involved with, and then I made the assessment, and everybody who saw the video online made the assessment. Gannon was walking kind of sluggish to the truck, and you told me I was a fucking idiot for saying that. Okay, but it makes sense if he had got hurt. Okay, lightheaded, queasy, I don't know, whatever, and now he's having to walk to the truck so you can take him somewhere. Okay.
Okay, this we're taking someone to do what?
You tell me.
No, you said you were going on your theory, so I want to hear your theory.
Okay, you want to hear my theory? Okay, you took him somewhere. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I think. You went around town acting all normal, left your phone at the fucking Petco on purpose, okay, and took him out somewhere, God knows where, and left him there. And maybe whacked him over the head with a 2x4 or something. I don't know.
Took him out by somewhere you said whack somebody in the head. So I committed a murder. What you're saying?
No, because he could have just been knocked out.
What?
You could have knocked him out with a 2x4, not killed him. I mean, if he died, I guess that is murder. I don't know. You're the legal expert here. So, actually, let's back up a second, because here's where I'm at. You're lying, Okay. Are you lying to cover yourself? Or are you lying to cover for Harley? Which one is it?
Harley,
Yeah. Which one is it?
it's already been proved, first of all, you have been at work during all y'all's episodes.
So you're lying for yourself?
I'm not lying for anyone.
Okay.
I'm not lying for a soul.
But you have this whole time. The first thing you said this morning to me, one of the first things was, I've lied to you repeatedly. I've lied over and over and over again. And I had a point to do it. I had a reason. So what's your reason for lying now?
I'm not lying.
But you've been lying the whole time, so how do I know that?
Everybody exactly what happened from the beginning.
Yeah, but you just said they were lies. You said all that was a lie. Now it's the truth. So is it,
Didn't like it, so therefore, just make up all your stories. Because now you got this theory of some 2x4.
no, that's just
there.
okay. But see, you're still not telling the truth because you said you told everybody from the beginning. The first story from the beginning was Gannon ran away. Okay, immediately proven false. Second story, you got raped in Gannon's room. So proven false. So you've been lying from the beginning, not telling the truth, and you're still lying. So I mean,
Not true.
what's the next lie, Tisha?
I haven't lied.
So now you're lying about saying you were lying.
The beginning is what I'm talking about. You just are never going to believe it.
I know he didn't run away.
Why not just, okay then, if that's what you think, you are entitled to what you think you know. In your opinion, you are entitled to that. You are. You think for a second that your own wife, your son, you actually need to get mental help.
I probably will need to get some after this. You're right. My son's out there missing. My wife just admitted to me today that she's lied to me for 3 weeks now. Okay, and you did lie from the, you lied to me from the beginning. All these stories, you said you had a point. Okay, you still haven't told me what the point is. So now you're lying again. And we've narrowed it down to the other person. It's either you by yourself, you and Harley, or Harley had some involvement. Who are you lying for?
Really? You're
Yeah,
going to try to
yeah, really.
So that's what you think? You think that that's what you're going to do when somebody was at work?
Look at you. So you're defending your 17-year-old, and all I'm trying to do is defend and find my 11-year-old. Please.
You just said that. You said you're defending your work. You said that.
Oh, don't even start with me on that because I begged you to let me adopt that child for 5 years. So you can shove that one up your ass right now. Okay. You can go ahead and shove that one wherever you want to shove it. But you're just disrespecting me. Why don't you just respect me and tell me what happened to Gannon? He's a freaking 11-year-old child out there all by himself somewhere. He's with somebody that he don't need to be with, and you're the only one that has the truth. You. And you admittedly, yes, you did. You said you lied over and over and over again.
With somebody you don't need to be with. You just said that, but then you told me that no one else is involved.
So which one is it? You tell me. You keep.
You think that I had an involvement in killing a child? That's what you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you were there. Gannon's missing. We can't find him. Okay. Nobody would stick to the plan this long after the whole world's looking for him. Okay. So it's you. You're the only one sticking to the plan. You're the only one in the spin machine. You're the only one lying. Everybody else is trying to find the truth. Everybody, Tisha. Even Landon, the one that you think I'm hooking up with, she's just trying to find the truth about her baby boy. Okay.
I'm glad you get to spend the rest of your life with Landry.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. If you think that's fine. Like you tell me, you're entitled to your opinion, but there's a fact here that you were the last one to see him. I wasn't there, so I don't know anything. You know everything, and you're lying repeatedly over and over again. You didn't get raped. Gannon didn't run away. There's no Quincy Brown, Eduardo, Uncle Matt. There's no high fives. There's no Gannon jumping in his back. Okay, what there is there's blood in his room. Okay, and he's gone, and we can't find him. That's what. And you were left with him and didn't come home with him. Okay. You still haven't filled any of the blanks. I mean, there's facts out there. Okay, there's facts out there, and you won't even tell me the truth. You keep lying to me, making up some bike bullshit. Okay, Gannon fell off his bike and busted his head and needed 911. Are you serious? And then as soon as I say that, we go back to the house. I mean, I don't even want to do this. Okay, you're just going to continue to lie to me. Why am I even wasting my time? So when I testify on the stand, that's what I'm going to say. My wife had all the information. She chose to lie about it. I have nothing else to say. Okay, that's where I'm at. All right, have a good day.
We're good for a break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will take our afternoon break. If I can have everyone back in the jury room at say 3:25, we should be able to start on time at that point. Again, don't discuss the case among yourselves. Don't discuss the case with anyone else. With that, I'll rise for the
I think it came due about 31,000. He would
I think it might. Voluntarily absent.
That's Yeah, let's keep that.
Yes, it is.
Keep that between us.
I can take it anymore.
Maybe he's one of them.
Yes, it will.
Not Kane, for sure. I don't know about you.
Is WebEx on, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering if he was going to come in wearing a Hawaiian flower shirt today under his robe.
All right, with the jury, please.
With TC.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Only old guys like us.
Thank you. May all be seated. Court will recall 20 CR 1358 versus Letecia Stauch. Record to reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. Mr. Allen.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good news is we have more phone calls to listen to. Bad news is only 3 left.
Okay.
So at this particular point, Judge, we'd like to publish People's Exhibit 57,
Right.
which is a recorded phone call February 17, 2020 at 2:24 p.m., previously admitted during Al Stauch's testimony.
All right. And can we let the jury know how long that one is?
It is 22 minutes and 18 seconds.
Podium again.
Yes.
Hello?
I didn't get anything question mark.
Oh, I said, did you want to talk about, like, did you set up an appointment for this? How much is it going to cost?
No, here's my approach on it. My approach is, if you don't, in my opinion, and this is how I want it to be, so there's no, like, question or anything. If you don't control the aspect of it as far as validity, checking out, like, I feel like you will try to take it and say that it's not what you do, or I want to prove 100% to you. Because I know you're hurt, I know you're upset, but those things are not true what you said. They're just not true. And I don't care about a court of law because you know why? My jury was shredded apart. I'm worried about my husband knowing that I did not do such a thing.
All right, well,
Because I care about you, and I feel like if you know that that's the truth, that I did not, then everything will be okay.
yeah,
Right? I mean, if you know for 100% that I did not hurt a child, kill a child, kill my cord, whatever you may say, would it not make you feel a lot different right now?
yeah, I told you I'd stand by you with the truth, And I pulled up that link, and they got 5 stars, so that it looks legit on the surface. And yeah, you hit a great point there about I am about validating things and looking into things. Part of that process would be getting some questions answered that I want answered, right? I think you can assume that, right?
Okay.
All right. So that being said, as I was waiting on you to get back, I wrote down basically 3 or 4 questions, and I want to pose them to you now, so that way I'm not surprised when I go in there. Okay? Are you willing to do that with me? And then we'll.
You said you're not surprised, or?
Neither one of us, so you know the questions and I know the questions.
Oh, okay. I get what you said. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll ask them, and you just give me yes or is this simple yes or no questions? Okay. And then so you're not once again trying to be fair to you and fair to myself. That these are some of the questions that I want to answer. Number 1, do you know where Gannon is? Yes or no?
No. But this is the question I'm going to prove to you too, right?
Yeah.
You understand?
Right. You can answer them now, but then you can answer them then as well. Okay.
No.
Okay. Where was Gannon last with?
They don't ask you questions like that.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. It's yes or no. Do you know who Gannon was with last?
Okay, so here's what I want you to be careful with on do you know who Gannon was being with last? Because, let me explain
Yeah.
to you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Have
You're cool.
a more specific approach in that because you need to say, do you know a description or have a picture in your mind of who Gannon was with last?
Okay.
Think of that.
All right. How about it this way? Were you the last person Gannon was with? Okay. Well, that leads into
You to ask the question of someone else.
right. Yeah, I know, and I'm not going to probably be the one phrasing the questions. I'm just telling you questions that I want answered. So you answered the question were you the last person Gannon was with? And you said no. Okay. And I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go take that down a rabbit trail. Okay. Did you accidentally hurt Gannon?
No.
Did you murder Gannon?
No.
Okay. Well, so, I mean, that's kind of, it's just some of the questions I'm going to want answered. So when are you going to be able to do this? I want to get this done as soon as possible. I'm ready to do it tomorrow. I think because of publicity of this case, they'll squeeze you in and make an appointment for you tomorrow. If we go up there and, call them and say, hey, listen, this is the Gannon Stauch case. We need a polygraph ASAP. Let's do it. I don't know. When's the earliest you can do it? I'll just take money out of the bank account and I'll pay for it.
So can you give me a, just like 2 or 3 times or days and times that they have available? Send them to me and I'll give you exactly which one will work best.
Nope. Tisha, this is
Talking, I don't have a way around.
okay.
I'm going to help people out so that I can have food and a place to stay.
Okay.
And I the one said to do this.
But I'll even come and get you tomorrow morning. I want to do it like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll come and get you at Michelle's house, okay? And I'll bring you to this place. It's Michelle, right?
I'm not at Michelle's house.
Okay, where you at now?
I'm staying with random people. People that reach out online. People that are following the case.
Okay, well, send me your location through your phone, or send me an address or a 10-digit grid coordinate from Google Earth.
I got the time and you're telling me you're going to pick me up?
Yeah, because I guarantee you they will squeeze you in tomorrow. Because this will be another star in their cap, a feather in their cap.
Right, because it's about some publicity for you.
No, not for me. I want the truth. And you know what? Every second we sit here and talk about this is another minute that Gannon is danger.
I told you I would do this and gave me the person.
All right, well, tomorrow's the day. Okay, if not, then you're not serious about it. That's just, and I'm.
About it. I've already told you yes. I've already said yes, yes.
All right, then I'll set the appointment. If it needs to be the afternoon, fine, whatever. But we'll do it. Okay, tomorrow.
I've already, I don't know why you keep saying that. You think I'm changing it. I've already said yes. I also want to know what I need to be, because I saw where somewhere online it says something about eating and drinking and stuff like that. So,
All right, I'll answer that for you. But I mean, why don't you plan on like a 6-hour window or something? Okay.
well, just
I'm just going based off generalizations, Tisha. Come on now. I don't know the answer to that. You can Google it just like I can. I'll call them and I'll find out. And I'm just saying, plan on if you think you're not supposed to eat for a while, then don't eat for a while. I mean, it's not a big deal. But I'll call them and I'll set it up for tomorrow, afternoon, whatever. You just let me know where to come get you, or let me know, just be there if you don't want me to come get you.
okay. So now you had your questions that you wanted, and so now I have questions.
So now I'm taking a polygraph?
No, you're not taking a polygraph.
No, okay.
I'm asking you 4 questions.
All right, go ahead with them.
When you get a result that say I have passed this polygraph test,
Okay.
what is your course of action?
These are yes or no questions, please.
Okay? Is your course of action to be with your wife in marriage and your daughter and the rest of our family back to normal and figuring out who has Gannon?
No.
But that's not your approach.
You said once you answer some polygraph questions, once we find Gannon, okay.
That's not what I said.
No. Okay. All right, no. I didn't. All right, yes or no questions. I didn't do this to you. I took your yes or no questions.
What the polygraph test comes back and shows you that I am telling the truth to the questions, that I had nothing to do with Gannon in any kind of way, being hurt, murdered, taken, whatever. Are you going to be with your wife?
Nope.
Really? So why?
Yes or no questions, please.
Still going to do it. I just want you to tell me why.
Because the key to standing by you is the truth and Gannon. So,
Just told you if I passed the polygraph test and you know I didn't have anything to do with it. I'm trying to understand here. Why would you say no to being with your wife if it's proven on the test that I didn't have anything to do with it? I just want to know the truth on that. I'm still going to do it so it can clear my name. I just want to know the truth from you.
I'm waiting for the next yes or no questions.
So come on, man. Just be real with me. This is not a time to play games.
I'm not, Tisha. You got to understand. There's two. Listen. There's a lot of repair.
The truth.
I'm trying to. I'm going to bend here again. G's the most important thing, but there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of damage, okay, from this situation. And I'm not here to argue with you, okay? But there's a lot of damage from all the lies that have been told that it's going to take some time to work through, okay? I said I'll stand by the truth and I'll stand by you with the truth. Gannon's the priority. All right, what's your next yes or no question?
Do you have any intentions of being back with your wife and family?
No. And it's the same answer, same response as I gave you last time. Gannon's the priority right now. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I respected you and answered you. No, hold on. I respected you. I didn't put you through the Inquisition. I gave you 4 yes or no questions and I left it at that. You're not respecting me in that way. So I'm gonna go back to question 2. You said you were not the last person Gannon was with, so who was? Okay, I answered your questions.
Inquisition question.
No, you got 2 or 3.
You said yes
All
or
right.
no.
Okay, well, see, this is why I don't believe you. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I want to do this polygraph thing. I'm willing to do it, and we're gonna take it at face value. But you're not respecting me. You're expecting respect in return. You're expecting to play by the rules. You're not playing by the rules.
Your wife?
No, I said there's damage.
The truth?
I said there's damage, and we got to repair it. That's all I said. I haven't said anything about anybody to anyone in the media, social media, nothing. And if you got something else, then it's false. So,
Okay, the next question. Have you filed for divorce?
nope. Let's see, here you go again, not playing by the rules.
You said yes or no. That's what I said.
Yeah, but you got to put me through the Inquisition, but you're not answering my question. Who was the last person Gannon was with if it wasn't you? Because these are going to be the questions you're going to have to answer. I mean, I'm just going to be straight up with you, whether you answer them to me or not. Yeah.
Any question
Well,
about-
Mr. Hotshot Baez will. Okay. If you don't. So, I mean, we might as well do this peacefully between me and you and figure out where Gannon's at.
I've already agreed to this. If I'm agreeing to do this, I am going to have to do it. And I have no idea where Gannon's at. Why are you still being adamant that you? That's my point. I said it for you controlling me because you'll still go up and down.
No, but listen.
You think-
No, but this is pre-polygraph. Polygraph, I won't even be in the room, probably not even in the building. I'll be somewhere else, so you're not under any pressure. Okay? That's how those things go. It's all you and the guy asking the questions.
That's you want me to be there either because they didn't interview me myself.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I won't be there. Okay? I'll pick you up, take you, drop you off, pay for it, but then I'll bounce. Okay? But you need to answer me this. As your husband and as the father of the missing child,
I don't intend to be my husband.
but I still am I not? Okay? Point is, who was the last person that had Gannon? You said you weren't, so who was? Hello?
I'm going to tell that to the person.
There you go.
Let them rephrase that in a yes or no question. Because that's what I'm going to do. Because no matter what I say to you, you're going to yell and scream at me, hang up, act crazy. He legit told me all in one day, I'm a murderer, killer, told me Harley had involvement, then told me this, told me that, then told me you don't have intentions. When you find out the truth that your wife is not involved to be with her,
Okay,
she bought this in one day.
okay, but did you murder Gannon?
Like, that is what your mind is saying.
Hey, did you murder Gannon? Did you kill Gannon?
No.
Okay, then it went back to what we said. It had to be an accident. So you accidentally hurt him. It's either or. You said that already.
What did you ask? That's one of your questions, ain't it?
Right.
One of your questions? So
Well, no, that's 2 questions, but
here's where I have the problem.
okay.
I will pass it, and then you're going to come back to part 1 and still accuse me. Because you're going to say this damage, and all this, you're going to accuse me of somehow still being involved. That's what you're going to do. Because right now, you can't accept. You had the nerve to say to me, I have not been beating my wife and family at all, regardless. If Gannon showed up on the doorstep today, you still going to say that to me.
Yeah, fair enough. But you know what?
Because you're so fucking pissed.
No, I'm not pissed. I'm hurt. My son's missing. I'm hurt because my son's missing, and he's hurt, okay, because I saw his blood. And I know that if you thought I knew who took Harley, and she was missing and hurt and raped and all these things that have been alleged, okay, if you thought I knew that, you'd want me to tell you too. Okay, you admitted you were not the last person that Gannon was with, so that means you know at least a description, at least a name or something, and you're not telling me. And you need to put yourself. Okay, but that description was Quincy Brown and 15 different stories, and you already told me. You already told me. Yeah, it was Eduardo, the Mexican guy, right? Our Uncle Matt. Here we go again.
Why don't you ask about legit answers.
Right.
Legit answers
Right.
for yourself.
Did you kill Gannon? That's a legit question.
No.
Okay. Did you accidentally hurt Gannon?
But you asked me like 15 times. Like, so you can go ahead and get this out of your system because I'm a,
Well, okay, fine.
somebody you're going to be like, wow, pass this test.
Yeah. Okay. But the bottom line is,
About it.
the bottom line is,
You great, the girl climb online to do it.
yeah, let's call her. I mean, let's call Maury Povich too. He'll help.
Call him. But you already said tomorrow, or whenever you're calling this thing, you've already said that. You said you wanted to do it between me and you because this is for you.
No, you said that. But the truth is, you won't tell me who because there is no who, and the who's you.
Why? Okay, so here you go again. You are not even trusted, and that's why I said you control who it was because you're not even trusted in a lie detector test.
No, you sent me a link and you said no to the FBI, which if I had a choice, it'd be the FBI. The like,
Join the police department.
okay, then I don't have control. I don't have a say so. This is where we always get to in our relationship.
Somebody in Colorado Springs.
I did. There's FBI at Colorado Springs, and you got a number.
You just told me you were going to call the other people. I'm not doing the FBI because they're police. I'm doing a license.
Okay, so listen.
No.
Listen, if the who Gannon was last with, if the who is not you, then who is it?
I'm doing the same damn question.
Because you never answer it. You never answer it.
You already made it clear that I'm not your wife. You already made that clear.
No, actually, I actually, and I quote, I said, "You are still my wife." I just said we don't have a relationship right now because of all this. That's what I said. To be clear.
But you're telling me. I mean absolutely nothing to you. I'm a piece of crap. Well, that's what you're telling me.
Hey, yeah. Hey, guess what? So this whole back to this whole lie detector test bullshit. If you're gonna pass it, who gives a fuck? Who gives you the lie detector test?
I don't want the police involved because
The police are already involved. What are you talking about? But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to prevent it from just picking anybody else besides the police. Because I want someone who has no reason at all to be involved or anything so that the validity of the test is complete.
Yeah. Okay. You think the police care about you or me or anything? All they care about whether they're doing right or wrong.
To do it.
All they care about is Gannon.
I'm agreeing. Like, I will do it and say, yes, okay, when
Yeah, fine. Let's do it. And I told you to let me pick you up. You won't tell me where you are. I told you all these different things. I tried to do one tomorrow. You said 3 days from now. 9 a.m.
3 different times is what I said.
9, 9:30, and 10. 9, 9:30, and 10.
They had available.
That's what I'm gonna tell them. Okay.
You call me back and tell me what at times they have available.
Hey, all right. So listen, when I call you back, while you're waiting on me to call you back, I want you to think about this. All right? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? What happens if you fail this polygraph test? Then what? Okay, but you need to think about what if you fail.
I need to think about that. There's no doubt in my mind. Trust me.
Okay.
I would be adamant to you, telling you, calling you back after you said those things to me. Do you think I'd be wasting my time to try to prove to a man who is fucking just treating me like this?
Hey, you were also adamant about Quincy Brown, remember? Until the news reporter, not the polygraph, the news reporter shot that full of shit.
To the person that I care about, the person that I love, with something in me.
You care about Gannon?
He knows that.
You care about Gannon, or am I the only one you care about?
Of course, I have to care about you first in order to care about our children.
Okay, so if you truly care about me, okay, if you truly care about me and all this stuff, no, listen to me. If you truly care about me and want all this stuff that you tell me every day that you want and send me all these pictures, if all that really means anything to you, first of all, you sent me a picture without your ring on the other day, so that's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. Second of all, yeah, then you told me you were wearing them, and then you sent me a picture without them. So, anyways, so.
I said I've been wearing my ring.
Oh, okay,
I said,
but
the police have confiscated it, and you won't help me get any of them back because they're in the card that's in your name, that you probably already have that.
I wish. I'm still paying on it, by the way. I don't have it, so just so you know.
Totally glad to pay on it, her car.
And not have it, right? Okay. Anyways, if you really cared about me, if you really cared about, let's cut this shit off because this is ridiculous. If you really cared about me, you would have lied to me 15 times. And you wouldn't be lying to me now. Okay, and that's it.
Okay, that's good.
Your Honor, the next one is People's Exhibit 58, which is February 19th, 2020 at 12:11 p.m. This was previously admitted during Al Stauch's testimony, and it's 58 minutes and 41 seconds.
Yeah.
And, I wanted to just give the jury just a brief snippet of that. The first 6 minutes is that same sort of, you can't really tell what's happening. So I'm just going to move it forward to the point where you can hear it.
Is there any objection from the defense? Okay.
That might be what I'm saying. But then he reworded it to know personally because, like, basically it was just saying, if I know someone personally, then that means I'm public information.
So I don't understand what you mean by that. You had him reworded or he reworded it?
No, when you're in there talking to someone, that was the question I said. Like, one of the questions that you wanted.
Yeah.
I said to you that I would have to say, certain things. So then he worded it as, personally, who's involved, your stepson's disappearance.
Right.
And I said no. I was telling the truth.
So what do you mean by that?
Albert, there's nothing I mean by that. What I mean by that is, I can come to y'all, which I'm totally fine with, having an attorney, showing this to law enforcement, whatever. But at this point, I'm just going to show it, get it verified, the public see, not see it, but hear it. And that's that's all I can do for now, because anything else I've done, I've been turned into being a former person. So nothing else I can do can help, because I'm just not a valid source or person that anyone wants to care about, help, information, nothing. And that's been proven.
What do you mean by that's been proven? I thought you gave them information that they're using in the search.
Okay, I did. However,
So that makes you be valid if you gave them information and they're using it. Yeah, sure.
no matter what information that I give them, they would not be searching places they are based on that information. You keep the normal law enforcement agencies, like the little girl in South Carolina. They took those steps immediately. They shut off the neighborhood. They shut off any crossing intersections. They even went as far as, because it was an easy section of crossing over, they shut off the state line.
Okay, but where did you say for them to look if they're not looking where you said?
They don't care what I say, Albert.
I care.
They want to hate me.
I care what you say because I don't. I don't want to hang anybody. I just want Gannon back. So I absolutely care what you said.
It's been a hard month for everybody, right?
Right. Right.
I mean, this time last month, we were getting ready to get off a cruise road, having the time of our lives, right?
Right. But yes, and Tisha, I know that we were on a cruise and we had a good time, but that you totally skipped past my question. Like, what did you say? Where did you say for them to look?
They didn't ask me anywhere specific to look. I'm telling you that the law enforcement in South Carolina took those approaches based on what was told to them.
But what did you tell them? You're telling me what they didn't do. Tell me what you did. I don't care about them.
I already told them for witness statement. I'm not going to go through this again with you.
You're not going to tell me, the father of the child.
You do, and it wasn't good enough for you.
No, I did not know. You've never told me.
Oh my God.
No.
You told me nobody else was involved. You told me I was making up stuff. So I'm not going down that route.
No, I'm not talking about any of that. None of that matters. The other person, none of that stuff matters right now. I want to know where you told them to look that they're not looking.
I never said I told them to look where they're not looking.
But you said, yes, you did. You said you gave them information that they're not using.
Albert, based upon my statement, they would have took the same methods that the police department took in South Carolina in that situation. They would have immediately stepped in and shut off everyone. They went on a witch hunt for one person, and look where we're at. We're at Wednesday, February 19th. Wednesday, February 19th.
You're telling me, yes, it's 23 days now. You're right. It's 23 days. Where did you tell them? What information did you give them that they're not paying attention to, like in South Carolina?
That's not what I said.
Yes,
There you go again.
but that is exactly what you said. You said you gave them information that they're barking up the wrong tree and they're not doing like they did in South Carolina. That's exactly what you said.
They're not doing it in South Carolina.
But what does that mean?
They won. They should have shut the neighborhood down.
Why?
They won.
Why?
Okay, see, never mind.
No, but that's what you're telling me what should have happened, but not the information.
I was giving it to you, and you haven't supported me. You've told everybody the complete opposite. All I have to, I like how you're sticking by lead.
I can't hear you. What? Why should they have shut the neighborhood down? What's in the neighborhood that matters?
Nothing.
Then why should they have shut it down? That's
That's just the process that they should have done.
what about all this stuff they keep finding and asking me about is from the house?
What stuff?
Like just all this random bullshit. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, you keep saying the same thing. You keep saying random bullshit, but you won't tell me.
yeah, but you know what?
Ask me a question, I'll tell you if I know what it is.
How do I know somebody's not taping you right now? Because I've seen all these pictures and all these things that they're asking me, is this Gannon's? Is this from the house? And that, if that gets out, then I mean, we might never find Gannon.
Albert, I never put people. All right,
I can't hear you.
people called my Facebook. This guy, they even found one of them. The FBI found one person who did it already. And they're probably gonna get in trouble for obstruction. But the lady that Amy Bowman has been talking to has already been on this and got one person doing it. Oh, and they were coming out there a lot more. So I haven't went and posted any of this stuff.
Well, listen, I'll tell you one thing that I've seen that is almost absolutely from my house. Remember that board that I was making those shoe compartments out of?
Board,
Yeah, that particle board, that big sheets of it, that I was gonna make that thing for Harley for her shoes, remember? That I made the one in painted gray? You know what board I'm talking about? You know that big sheet of board? Like, yeah. Yeah, so they got a piece of that from the house they found somewhere.
piece of particle board? I mean, what does that mean?
That's what I'm asking you, what that means. Why a piece of wood from my house is found out in the middle of nowhere? And I see a picture,
In the middle of.
and I see a picture of it, okay? I mean, they didn't tell me where they found it. They just said, does this look like it's from your house? Does this look like it might be Gannon's? And I'm like, yeah, it looks like it's from my house. I got all kinds of stuff like that at my house.
Albert, I haven't even been there, so I don't know anything about any wood.
Tisha, you know all the wood at the house, all that stuff.
I understand. I know the wood. But you guys watched me leave. I didn't leave with any wood.
Well, there was wood in the back of the truck. A whole pile of wood in the back of the truck.
But was there big particle boards that you were talking about?
No, it wasn't a sheet. It was a piece of it that they showed me a picture of, just a piece.
Then I mean, I don't know. I didn't get rid of any of your board or anything like that.
Well, what, did you get rid of anything?
No, I didn't get rid of anything. Nothing. If someone has took something from your house that you've been there, then someone took it when all those people were there. I haven't even been there and touched board, nothing.
So, okay, if you didn't take anything like that, board, wood, anything, and get rid of it in that area, why were you in that area?
In what area?
The area where the truck was seen at, the area where they're searching. I'm guessing, I'm assuming this picture they showed me came from that area.
That they're searching?
Right, the area you talked about, that bike accident or whatever, that area that you went to, and you told me you went to, and you also told me you told them you went to.
You gotta say the names of the area. So you're talking about County Line Road?
Yes, County Line Road and wherever they're searching at. I don't know the exact areas.
County Line Road.
Yes, why were you there? What purpose did you have to go to Petco and then to go to County Line Road and then back to Petco?
Because I was gonna go. Gannon was asking about the castles. Because remember the time we went riding and there was castles and his grandma who had just left was talking about the castles?
Tassels.
Remember that like we took the back road and she was with us one time and it was like these old little castles.
No, my mom was never with us when we did that.
Well, you
Never.
said something about grandma would like these or something like that.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so that's what we were talking about. I said I was taking the back road because you could take that road and drop off. Because if you go back and look at the traffic cameras, 25 was pretty busy. So I took that road. On that back road, I said something. I was like, hey, remember that 3 or one day? He's like, oh yeah, about the castles. And I couldn't find the road. Couldn't find the castles.
Okay, I mean, so you went to look at castles, then what?
I drove up towards going to Castle Rock. Like that back road, I think it turns into like, I don't know, what is that road, 105 or something. And I couldn't figure out how to get back to 25 from there, which wasted a lot of my time.
Why couldn't you figure out to get back to 25?
I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to get back to 25.
You didn't have GPS?
I didn't have my phone.
Right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
I
Okay.
But the problem with getting it on my watch is that you can't use it to start. You can't hardly cut the words in where you're going. It don't work if you do it on your phone.
Right.
They should know this because my watch is with it. People making this big deal about freaking phone or not. The watch is gonna beep the same way a phone does. So I want to tell them, get the fuck out of here, dumb.
Yeah. Right. You're right.
I mean, I'm not stupid. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to hide one phone, but I got a fucking watch with me. I'm not stupid. I didn't have anything to hide.
So you just went out there to ride randomly to look at castles?
That is not what I did. I was going to go to Castle Rock real quick.
Okay.
I've already said that. So if anybody put any kind of boards or something out there, whatever the hell it was, maybe it was somebody who was in the house, everything.
So somebody was in the house and they took the board and took it out there where you were at? Because,
Unless someone did that, I didn't take any boards, unless something fell off the truck.
okay. Why would something fall off the truck if it was all down in the truck?
I'm just saying to you. I'm just saying to you. I mean, I don't know.
So did y'all make it to Castle Rock?
I just told you that I didn't know how to get back to 25.
Okay, but you had to at some point, right?
Some point I did. Yeah, I don't remember when because it's been freaking how many weeks.
Right. Okay, so no, hold on. One more question.
Trail. First, yeah, you're not gonna do
No,
that.
you're right. I'm not. I just want to know where Gannon got out the truck. Because,
Where did he get out the truck?
yeah, it was not at the house, so don't say that. So where did he get out the truck?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, tell me.
If you think he didn't get out of the truck, wherever you think over there, and y'all are over there doing all your searches. Keep searching, keep searching, keep searching. Okay? Keep searching. Because once again, you've done nothing but making a witch hunt. You've been in all these areas.
Okay. All right, you're right. So you're saying he never got out the truck. So I need to call them back and tell them to look for him in the truck.
Gannon, what do you mean look for him in the truck?
Well, you said he never got out the truck.
Gannon was laying down playing the Switch in the truck. So, I mean, I don't know what the question is. I haven't done anything to Gannon.
Did Gannon throw out that board or how that, you said it may have flew out. Did Gannon throw it out, you think?
Albert, if there's a board or something, it could have been, I don't remember, to be honest.
You don't remember how it got out of the truck?
The board, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it got thrown out. I don't know. I really don't remember.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember. But I don't understand what does the board got to do with anything.
What? I don't know. I don't think they would show me a board if it wasn't relevant. I don't know.
Then you just said they showed you a board that just comes from your house. So this is what I don't. You talk about you don't. I'm recording you or something you said or listening, whatever. But then supposedly, this is what blows my mind. This is like what blows my mind. Okay. Police in this country, in departments, do not call people and give them videos and give them evidence. They don't. Because if they do, they know the stuff can be thrown out for that. So I don't believe for a second that police are calling people, telling them. I don't believe that. Unless they're just ignorant.
But how would police know if it's relevant or if it's my wood or if it's my Gannon's sock or whatever? They got to ask questions.
Okay. So they have to, with the socks. Now the sock been thrown out.
I mean, yeah. So, how did the sock get thrown out? That's another question.
Okay. Well, I mean, how do you know it's in a sock?
I mean, socks are socks. I mean, I don't know. Unless they got DNA off of it.
Okay. Then if then they should say to you that this is getting a sock unless they do for 100% it's his sock.
What about maybe or maybe not? I saw a picture of carpet from the house.
Carpet.
Yeah.
So carpet.
Yeah, the same.
So carpet.
Maybe. Yeah. I didn't see. No, I saw a picture of it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't say it's in the woods. I'm just saying maybe I saw a picture of the same carpet that's from the house. So
Same carpet that's in the house in the woods.
I didn't say in the woods. I said I saw a picture that look maybe not is the carpet from our house.
Okay. So what was it? Was it like a big piece of carpet? What?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, come on. I mean, I saw a picture. I mean, there wasn't a ruler next to it or anything. Okay. I mean, I've seen 20 to 30 pictures. I mean, I'm just maybe even more. I just remember I mean, I remember a board. I feel like I may have seen, but the carpet's been all over the story anyway. So, I mean, it's, I could be, like you said, what?
You talking about the carpet piece that was taken out of the garage? Is that the carpet you're talking about?
I don't know.
That's the only carpet that would have been taken out the garage and Gannon got blood on from his foot. And I already told you this.
And you said he cut his foot on the wood, or your Facebook also said he cut his foot on a tool. I don't know.
I don't know if it was a tool or what. He was looking, you were looking for that daggone thing that you have.
What thing?
The thing that has the little holes in it or whatever, and you can like slice stuff.
You were looking for something to slice stuff? What do you mean by that?
Cut the wood with stuff.
Cut the wood with stuff with something that has holes in it. You come, is that what?
Like bridges.
Bridges. Like to make the wood smooth?
It has a handle on it. We were looking for that because we thought that has a little handle on it or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
That, 'cause you know the dogs eat the piece of carpet, eat the piece of wood on the side of the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like shave that down, so we were looking for that thing.
Oh, yeah, the like hand plane or whatever that I make the wood smooth with.
The dogs are eating the side in the kitchen, so I was trying to get the two. I asked him to eat where these tools are at. We're both trying to figure out, and we were trying to get the Yeti down.
Did you ever find it?
The piece?
The wood. I mean, not the wood, the plane, the thing with the handle on it.
No,
But I thought you just said that's what he cut his foot on.
I did not. I said he was going to get that and stepped on something in there. I don't know what he stepped on while he was helping me because I was trying to get a Yeti. We were unloading stuff out of the car. I was going to go sell stuff online. I already said this. I was going to sell the Yeti online because we never use it. I was going to finish selling her clothes and stuff online. I mean,
So are you gonna send me the results of this, Polly, or not?
I'm not going to send them to anyone. I would like me to let you see them.
You'll meet me to let me see them?
I would gladly let you go. So when I have this thing with Nancy Grace people, because they're going to be verifying the validity of it, they are going to have all that ready so that the public can hear it. So I tried to talk to you first about it. You didn't want to talk to me. You didn't want to say anything. And then you whatever, I get it. You're angry, hurt, got all this going on. I get it. Okay. So then I put that in front and I did. I'll do it this way. I will be them and go from there. But then I get on the phone with you, and now it's like there's stops and this and that and who knows what.
Right, now you know how I feel.
There's all these things, right? All these things. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, what did I do? What did I do wrong?
I didn't never say you did anything wrong. The only thing I would ever come to the conclusion was that it was an accident. But
All the way blatantly the other day.
no, I asked you.
Okay, no, listen. You guys are still on this time for the wrong person. Still on each other. And they're not gonna find me putting it somewhere. For what you guys think. Whoever's listening, you're not gonna find that. Because I didn't do that.
Well, what did you do? Hello?
What?
I mean, if you didn't do that, what did you do? Or, I mean, who is the person that did something? That's the missing link here to Gannon.
Y'all didn't want to listen the first time. So.
Listen, I'm all ears now. I'm sitting here in Starbucks making a fool of myself. Okay,
Yourself.
because I'm sitting here trying to hide in the corner so nobody's looking at me. Okay. I'm listening now. Tell me what happened. What did you do, or who has Gannon? I mean, if you love me like you say, you'll help me stop having to look at all these pictures and hear all the stories and watch the news every night. Okay, that's love.
Love is also when I tell you that you listen instead of just being like, oh yeah, that really happened.
Okay. I'm listening right now.
No,
You got my attention right now. You might not.
start cursing me out.
No, I won't. Not in Starbucks. I'm not doing this.
95%. Everybody that takes a lie to take their test who lies fails. Only people who are like schizophrenia and things like that have problems with it. Okay? I get it. I clearly is a figure. And again, my neighbor said I haven't seen this, but you're about to because Nancy Grace, okay, is having someone verified so that it can be done. Okay? So it's coming. All right? If it was fucking bullshit, right? All right. So, with that being said, the questions were asked. Am I going to tell the truth? Yes. The truth. Did I accidentally hurt him in any physical way? Told the truth. Told the truth. I mean, did you inflict any harm on him in any way? No. Told the truth. So,
Did they ask you if this was an accident?
if what did you accidentally? That was the first thing I just said to you. Hurt him in any physical way.
Did they ask you, did he accidentally hurt himself?
No, because they only give you a certain control group. But then you got to go into that and being like, are you involved in your stepson's
They
discipline?
ask you, was he injured?
Albert.
Not if you did it, but was he injured? Did they ask you that?
Okay, so this is why you're going to always have a problem with everything.
No, I'm just asking you the questions because you won't show me the results. If you,
To you. I begged you. I begged you to meet me. I begged you to just spend one night with your wife and you could do see everything. I begged you. You ignored me like I'm a piece of crap.
listen, tell me now. I'm listening. Okay. Just tell me now. Just tell me everything. You're talking about Nancy Grace and lie detector test. All that doesn't matter to me. Okay. You came up with the idea for a lie detector test and I said, yes, do it. Okay. But now you won't show me the results, but you said it was for me. So listen, no, you did. You did. You said it was for me.
You won't you. Hey, you lied to me and told me you were going to meet me, and then I get dressed and everything, and then you ignore my emails that night. You think it's not hard on me that I got to know my husband is fucking another bitch? You think that's hard?
You think it's not hard for a father not to know where his son is? I mean,
I know it's hard, but you didn't deny that one, did you?
no, there's no reason to deny it. It's just not true. I'm not playing that game, but there is a truth here that you're ignoring that Gannon's missing and you have information and I'm listening. I'm listening. You said you did.
To you guys. I've given it to you.
I'm sick and tired of being alone. And the way for me to get past that is for me to get the information I need. And I know you have, and I'm listening. And I'm not going to judge you. I just want the information. I don't care what happens. I want my son. Okay. I really don't care. If you're not guilty of anything, then you're not guilty of anything. That's not what I'm worried about. I really don't care. I don't care who did what. I just want my son home with me now. That's what matters to me. And I've even offered to help you, to stand by you. If you just tell me. I can't hear you. I didn't say you did it. I just said, tell me the information.
I covered it up. It's not bad.
So no accident, you covered it up. So you didn't do anything. And there's no accident. So, but I can't hear you.
There's no accident that happened.
I can't hear you.
Albert,
I can't hear you.
hear me.
I cannot hear you. I hear you in the background.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
He said, there's no accident. Do you think in your mind that I'm going to tell you an accident happened and I panicked, didn't know what to do, and just threw him side the road?
Okay, if that's not the case, then so it's kind of two options here. Either something happened on accident or something happened on purpose. Okay, either he hurt himself or you hurt him. I mean, you kind of got to paint the picture for me here. Either you killed him or it was an accident how he got hurt. I mean, those are the things that you got to decide and how you approach this. Okay,
Either of those. Do you see what I'm saying?
but the part then fill in the blank. He obviously got hurt. You told me that. Okay, he got hurt somehow, but you won't tell me anything else.
Albert, I've already told you. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you again. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to tell me I'm a liar. This is a stupid fucked up story, and we're back to blaming it on someone else again. That's what you're going to tell me.
No, listen. I honestly, let me back up. Let me start over. I really don't care if you tell me the truth or not. I'm past that point. I just want to know how I can get Gannon home.
How do I know how you can get home if someone else is involved? How do I know that? This is where this is where you have this disconnect with me.
Tisha, you got to understand.
Until you can stand there and you need to be you should be telling investigators, my wife would not do this. Listen to her.
I've told them that.
Okay, I've told them that. I've told them that you're a school teacher, you've been babysitter. I mean, why would all these people trust you with their kids and then you do something like this? But the disconnect is, you know something, if not who. And I don't really care who. Okay, I just want to know where Gannon's at and how we can find him. So you can tell me you can throw out any random name, Johnny Tremaine, if you want to, whatever kind of name you want to. I just wanted to point to where Gannon's at. I mean,
Okay.
the truth is, okay, go ahead, sorry.
What is the truth? Go ahead.
The truth is so far beyond me right now. The only truth I care about is where Gannon is.
I don't know where Gannon is. So no matter what I say to you, you're still going to get the same answer in the end. I don't know where he is.
Okay, so how do we get to who took him?
You know, we should have been doing this like 3 weeks ago.
I've been a week now talking to you and you still won't tell me this. You say,
Albert,
I don't want. Sorry.
I told you, I went that way. I already told you, I told the people I went that way. Me. Innocent people don't tell people where they went. They just don't.
Listen, just give me something. Just give me a guess. Like I said, the truth is, the only truth that matters is bringing Gannon home and where he's at. Just,
Yes, Albert,
yes, absolutely.
Gannon is not Colorado.
Your guess is that he's not in Colorado.
Correct.
Okay. Why? What makes you guess that?
Because Tisha didn't hurt him,
Okay.
didn't dispose of him,
Okay.
anything like that, okay? So Tisha was in Colorado with nothing, and you guys have ran up all these places where y'all think I've been or whatever, and you haven't found Gannon. So where's the connection to put those two together?
So if you had a guess, where would he be at? Like if you said you guessed he's not in Colorado, I don't disagree with that because they've looked and searched for 3 weeks and not found a damn thing other than some random pictures of some bullshit. Okay, they haven't found Gannon. So if you had to guess where he's at, where do you think he's at? Hello,
Yes.
answer my question. If you had to guess where he's at, you said he's not in Colorado, or you guess he's not. Where would you guess he's at? Your best guess.
Probably somewhere, I mean, scary as it sounds, probably not even in the United States.
What makes you guess that?
I don't know, that's my guess. I don't have a reason for my guess, that's why it's a guess.
I just don't. That doesn't make any sense, especially because I'm talking to myself really. I mean, if that's your guess, then that's your guess. I mean, do you think Landon took him to Mexico because you keep saying, or out of the United States? Because you keep saying she's involved.
It's perfect. I'm not gonna ever say anything else.
No.
Not your wife anymore.
Oh, listen, she's not my wife, so you're my wife. So I hope you're not talking bad about yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you can me all you want. That's the truth. But I mean, it just you guess that he's not in the United States, but you keep saying she's involved. How could she get him out of the United States? Hello.
I don't care what you can tell. Until I'm blue in the face. In my opinion, she's involved, in my opinion.
Okay.
And her deal went wrong. And now she is losing her mind and wanting to do everything she can to keep the finger pointed at me. That is what I feel. Because she wanted a plan to get the kids back, for Gannon to come back. Oh, you're not being safe by letting them stay home alone. That was probably going to be the first thing. You had him home alone or whatever. That's exactly what happened. And I'm against the world trying to prove it because I don't even have my husband on my side for it.
But I told you all along, I'll work with you. I'll stand beside you. Yeah, it is. It's working together to find Gannon. That's the only thing that matters right here.
Well, you've worked with her.
Yeah, and I mean,
Aren't you staying in the same hotel with her?
nope,
Their pictures still have your foot shoes all in them.
we're good because I'm there with my daughter to put my daughter to bed. Doesn't mean anything. I told you the whole time I was in a separate hotel room.
You.
Well, no, that's her daughter too, so we split time, and I don't have to justify myself to you about that. It's her daughter, it's my daughter, and we're splitting time. We're helping take care of, because guess what? Guess what's going on with Lena? Her brother's missing. Have you thought about that?
Lena?
Yeah, and Lena's brother's missing, and she gave her statement that said, "I love you, Bubba, and I miss you. Come home." Okay, yeah. And I mean, and I could take that down a rabbit trail, but I don't really want to do that right now because I don't want to piss you off.
Take it down a rabbit trail.
Yeah, you
because
want me to?
she said that. Really? Why would you take what a child said down a rabbit trail?
No, not what she said, what another child said about it. But I don't even want to go there because I'm not trying to do that.
And look, okay, don't do that. Because you know why? You picked your biological children mean the most to you. It's obviously
So do yours. So do yours.
That's just life. Okay? That's just life. Okay? So there's no beating these kids up over this.
Okay.
I did not want Carly to stay there with you when Landon being there.
Oh yeah.
You know, I would have, so that she could have stayed in her home,
Yeah.
operated, stayed at work, everything.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as I was able to know she was okay every day, but I was not doing it with Landon.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, that's a rabbit trail I don't want to go on because I don't want to bring a innocent child into this, like somebody else did. So, but
Well, that's the truth.
well, there's a lot of truths involved in that we're not going to get into right now. But you know what? Something that's been bothering me from the day Gannon went missing. Okay, that text that was sent to me from his phone was complete bullshit. Okay,
Text.
the text he sent to me about bath salts and all this shit. It sounds like a great story to me, but it's not Gannon. Okay, yeah. Okay, so my question is, what
Now you're gonna get Mike's theory. Oh, here comes Mike's theory. Go ahead.
Mike's theory? What is Mike's theory? Let me hear it.
Mike's theory is that I gave Gannon bath
No,
salts.
no, I was never even going there. My question here is that absolutely wasn't Gannon sending those texts. I know. Okay, so my question is this: did you send them, or did somebody force you to send them, or somebody else was involved and they sent them? I mean, tell me about the bath salts because that's not Gannon.
Okay,
That's just not Gannon.
and I didn't send them either.
Okay, so who did?
I don't know.
Did somebody force you to send them?
I don't know, Albert.
You just said you didn't send them, and I asked if somebody forced you to send them. You said you don't know.
Listen, you're not getting anything from me, okay?
Yeah.
Until you are on my team.
Okay, I'm trying to be, but you're not working with me. This is not like every single other situation in our marriage, okay, where it's like I give in 100% and then you give me a little bit here and there, just like with the money. Remember, I had to tell you how much I loved you and put your picture on Facebook for you to tell me about the money that you took. Not Facebook, but Instagram. Remember that
So,
$8,000 or $9,000 that you took? I mean, but it's the same thing you're trying to do here.
picture on Facebook?
No, Instagram. I said Facebook, but Instagram. You're the only one. When you took the money, it was like, oh, you don't love me. You're hiding me. But the point is here, you're trying to get me to go all into you without anything from you. That's just not how this works. Okay. It's just not how it works. So in this situation, it's not money. It's not clothes. It's not an item. It's not a picture. It's a person. Okay. So that's the buy-in. The buy-in is the person. You give me what I need to find Gannon, and you got a little bit of buy-in from me.
I already passed the lie detector test, and you already told me you still didn't want nothing to do with me. So I mean,
No, you didn't. You told me you did, but I haven't seen it. You'll show it to Nancy Grace, but you won't show it to Al Stauch.
you to me, you wouldn't.
I've asked you to meet. I've asked you to show up. I mean, did you? Wait, hold on.
But you at least spend time with your wife is what I said. That's all I said. And you went on this thing and you know that it bothers me because I know that you are sitting over here giving. This is exactly how Landon wanted it.
No, hold on. Let me tell you. The buy-in here is also that the poly. That's bullshit. You didn't come to Denver and do a poly. Okay.
Oh,
I set it up and my card never got charged.
yeah, you told me you couldn't give him the name, so I scheduled my own.
Oh, okay. So now the story's changing. Oh, yeah.
Change. I paid $500.
Okay. Send me the credit card receipt.
Please, God, you did it.
Give me the results and give me the credit card receipt showing that you did it.
So
Because it's bull.
I will see. I will meet.
Listen, Nancy Grace might believe it, but I don't believe it.
Okay, fine then. Fine. If Nancy Grace don't believe it and she and her crew don't verify it and sees them herself, so now you're saying she's a liar?
It's like, what?
Is she a liar?
Every night to hear you.
Is she a liar?
I don't know nothing about no Nancy Grace. I don't even know how that's even relevant. Okay.
Okay, here, right here. I'm gonna send it to you.
Let me ask you this. While you're sending that to me, you want a future with me?
Yes.
What is our future going to look like without Gannon? Answer that for me. And think, before you give me some bullshit, think long and hard about what our future looks like without Gannon.
Well, I don't have any involvement in Gannon. And I feel like that proving it with the polygraph, answering questions and trying to get people on the right track of looking, the future should be together. And it definitely takes a lot help from Jesus Christ. And praying that every single day, as hard as it may be, that it'll be one of those things where people come home or whatever.
But he can't, you say come home, he's not a
Right.
runaway. Somebody's got him is what you said.
Okay, that meaning that there's been plenty of times that people have done this and something happens to someone, they take them and tie them up in basements and all this stuff. And then there are good stories to this. There are.
You're not convincing. I asked you what our future looks like without Gannon, and you just went on some tangent about you didn't do anything.
I said that means we're supported and we work together to keep every effort in finding Gannon. If it means we have to join organizations together to help other people find their children while we're searching for Gannon. If it means that everything we do, from building stuff or setting up monuments or things like that, for people to come and be like, hey, can you help? Like, we have help.
Okay, all right.
That's our future, because that's a greater plan that God could have.
Okay, fair enough. So our together starts now. It doesn't start when Gannon doesn't come home, okay? Our together starts now. So start with the bath salts. That was bullshit, wasn't it?
No.
It wasn't? So Gannon sent that to me about bath salts.
Okay, so are you?
Because, no, but I want you to understand why I asked you that, because we know the friend was bullshit because he didn't leave to go to a friend's house. Okay, and the bath salts were directly involved with the friend because the friend asked him about the bath salts. So if there is no friend, then there is no bath salts.
There is, and here's why.
So there is a friend or there is bath salts.
Oh,
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
the bath salts were resolved in the spot. When I talked to Gannon, Gannon clearly said that they had talked to him about bath salt at school during his, doing that drug thing, right?
The one that happened weeks before he went missing?
Right.
Okay.
He said he already knew about bath salts during this time. He already knew. He knew what they could do, dangers, and things like that. However, someone did tell him that if they could bring bath salts, because it's part of this challenge, that he would get to play with them. He didn't. Gannon didn't want to do anything with bath salts. In fact, I even showed Gannon how bath salts can be good. Meaning, I said, when you went and did your bath bomb, if you would have put bath salts in there, it kind of helps you breathe a little. It helps you relax. Gannon didn't have any intentions to go eat or snort or whatever bath salts. Or at least not from my opinion. I don't think he did. I think he just sincerely wanted to play with whoever this was.
So why, so this was, when did they ask him about this?
About
The bath salts. When did the thing come up with the friend? Because another thing about Gannon is he, like say the puberty class, as soon as he hears something, he comes home typically that night and talks about it. So he waited 2-3 days to talk about it?
he came in and talked about the fetus.
Came in what?
He came in and talked about
I can't hear you.
He came in immediately and talked about Friday. Immediately
To
when he
you?
came in.
Okay, and you didn't mention it to me Friday?
But he said when he was talking that they're not good for you.
Right.
There was no, he didn't say anything like, hey, I'm about to go get
But-
some sauce.
Right, but you're a good mom. Why would a good mom not tell, her husband, the father of the child, that day, hey, Gannon asked about bath salts. We probably need to address this, because you usually do that. So you wait,
Like, I didn't think about
so
it.
you waited till he was missing to text me about bath salts?
No, I sent you, what are you talking about? You sent me the message about bath salts. And I said to you, I said, yes, he came in last night. Go read your messages. I
Okay.
said,
Okay, but last night from that message, the message was Monday. Okay, so you just said last night being Sunday, but then a second ago you told me Friday. So did he?
Friday talking about it,
Okay,
yes.
but you said he asked you Sunday. You just said he asked you Sunday.
Sunday, did we have any?
Come on,
Think about it, having any or different.
come on, Tisha. So so Friday, he comes in and asks you about it, and they're bad. And we all know how he is about bad stuff, okay? He hates it. His mommy does bad stuff. He thinks Mike does bad stuff, okay? So Friday, he tells you, you guys have a conversation of bad stuff, bath salts. And he still comes back Sunday and asks you, if you have any?
The bad stuff was not just bath salts, it was in general.
But you just said it was,
He was telling me about the things that people were talking about, because apparently his class is a halfway decent class, like good kids. Okay, but when they go outside, in which one of the moms, I know who she is, if I could show you a picture, her little boy is in the opposite class that Gannon's in, and he's just a nightmare. Okay, so I guess on recess or outside, they have conversations about this. And all he was talking about is the people that were talking about bad things. That's it. He didn't have any, he didn't say to me, hey, I'm going to whatever. I'm telling you, someone peer pressured him that they can hang out and play. Just to see. Peer pressure. Gannon had no intentions of doing nothing but playing at somebody's house.
whose house?
I've made that clear to you. I don't know.
Yeah. But that's not like Gannon either. So do not tell us.
Well, that is the truth, okay? Because you can sit here and say some things are not like Gannon, but we've caught him doing certain things, okay?
Like what? When?
We will catch children do some things, and we have to be like, can't always say in our life, that's not like this. We can know what we have instilled in them and hope that they make the best decisions when they are crossed with these things. But the bath salts has completely nothing to do with what Gannon was gonna do. Gannon was not gonna go do anything bad with bath salts.
But hey, listen, I don't, my battery's getting low, so I just want you to know that if my battery cuts off, I'm not changing my theme here that together, one of the first things together is you give me these polygraph results, okay?
And I agree that you can meet me when I need it.
No, you send it to me and then I'll meet you.
I am not sending it to you.
Okay, then we're not together. We're not together in this.
I am not sending a copy.
Tisha, I need you to send me a copy of the polygraph results, or you don't, it's not clear to me that we're together in this.
Yes, that's the end of that one, obviously. The next one is 29 minutes. I think it's up to you. I mean, we can start it or do it. Friday.
Do it on Friday.
Yep.
Okay. Third.
We might have more votes if we asked other people.
Okay. All right. With that, again, ladies and gentlemen, we will have our evening break, and I'll see you on Friday morning. Again, don't discuss case among yourselves. Don't discuss case with anyone else. Don't do your own independent research about any aspect of this case.